Hello. Bop, bop. What up? We're live.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Good to hear.
I mean, I'm sick still.
Oh no! Oh
It is what
no!
it
I'm so
is.
sorry.
That's okay. I still gotta work.
Scale of 1 to 10, how sick?
Uh, only like two, but I don't sound
Okay.
great.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Well, I'm sorry, man. That stinks.
Sorry.
That stinks. I sent you a Video Ninja link. Whenever you get the sec.
Yeah,
Barry got COVID. I mean, cooties. Apparently,
it's not COVID. It tested negative for that.
you tested negative. Hell yeah.
Yeah. The
Jazzy says sick
only
with it.
real
Agreed.
assumption is that I think it might be some form of the adenovirus or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Only because it's lasted so long.
Sure. I gotta find the. Hey, there it is. Okay. Good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah. Oh, we got a bear. Feels weird having started stream without my music on, you know? I should mute up over on Video Ninja. Sorry. Download this. And then I swap this. Whoop. And then we transition. Hey! They can see your beautiful smiling face. Yeah! It is a little quiet. I don't know how to make us louder. I am literally all the way as loud as I can be. Barry, can you say something?
Hello.
Hello. I'll turn Barrett up a bit. It's a little quiet. Without music. I understand. I'll put music back on. I don't give a fuck. What will win Worlds? I got a spoiler for you.
Next year? Who knows?
Who knows? Some fairy tale bullshit, I'm sure. Yeah. Have everybody come in, get their seat. We'll rock it, and then I think I'm planning on just doing a little bit of deck building after we get done. I wanted to do some deck building today, but it ended up not happening. So I'll build 4 more tonight. Maybe 6. I don't know. Depends on how I'm feeling. How do you feel about squeegees after Worlds? Great question. Great question. Yeah, I guess you went to bed. Did you go to you? Yeah, you went to bed for that. Am I crazy? For that game at the end?
You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
I have no idea what you're asking about.
Day 3 at the very end. I don't think that you. I think it was Jake that was there. We played this game called Things in Rings. It had a like a Dr. Seuss motif going on. I got the pictures, and the way that it worked was you had a knower and you had a bunch of guessers, right? And the knower has has a description of 3 things that go in each one of these rings, and each ring is like a tripled Venn diagram, right? Where red and blue touch, red and yellow touch, blue and yellow touch, all 3 touch, and then they're separate things. And so, like, one of the descriptors was mainly lives outside. Malamon, thank you much for the Prime. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. 25 months. Insane. I appreciate it. Mainly lives outside. Another one is the word itself has 5 or less letters. And then the third category was alive. Right? And so, like, the knowers start with 5 cards of just like a bunch of random things, like Cards Against Humanity type cards, right? Of like just a bunch of different items or concepts or whatever, and then takes these things and puts them inside of where the Venn diagram goes, and the guessers then take turns playing their cards. If they put their card in the correct spot in the Venn diagram, they get to play another card into the Venn diagram. If they put it in the wrong spot, the knower moves the card to the correct spot, and then they draw a new card. So, for example, the word apple fits all 3 of those categories. And so if you put it anywhere but the very dead center of the Venn diagram, then they wouldn't get a chance to. First one to empty their hand of the guessers wins. It was a blast. It was so good. It was very, very fun. Probably too long for like an in-between rounds game, but a great like after the tournament game. It was super dope. I was dog shit at it. I was very bad.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that.
It was good though. It was very fun. Oh. Whew.
Do we have any questions?
We have a singular question, 2 if we want to count like worlds. But we have a question that is very fun. I'll ask and see if this person wants to be on stream. But they asked this question 2 days ago, so they might not even be in line. You need some questions? Give me a sec. Malabone, I'm down. You can either ask them here in chat, and we won't call on you to have you come join, or you can open up tickets inside the Discord, and you can come be on the show itself proper. It is your choice. Would love to have you guys on the show. It's a radio talk show, radio call-in show, so please come join the show. Be very fun, but fully understand. Have you answered my question? I looked away. We have not, Black Ace. Don't worry. We got you, though. We got you. Let's do this. And then do this. Get another image.
One of these days, I'm gonna hit one of these soundboard buttons in the middle of our stream, and I hope it works. One day.
It will have to be after a day that Discord resets. Because every time that Discord resets, the settings all change, right?
No. Not those soundboards. My own thing.
Oh, you have a soundboard? And you want it to pick up through the mic?
I think it just sends it through. Like it will just do.
Do you want to give it a shot?
Not really. I know what some of these sound like.
Is it like Auga? What is it?
I mean, some of them suck. Yeah.
Huh. That's fair. That looks terrible. I can answer a quick one. Jazzy P says, "Are you and Barley going to replay top 8?" No. No, we're not doing that.
That was so fast.
Not happening. Sorry. We got a couple people opening up tickets, which I greatly appreciate.
Yay! That's why I asked.
Crossfade's got a... How do I open a ticket for a question? Black Ace, you go into my Discord, and you go to the Talk with Tam section, and then there's a Tam and Barrett questions right at the very tip top. Open a ticket and submit it.
I'm gonna be sassy today.
You're gonna be sassy?
Yeah.
With how you're leaning?
No, just in general. You're gonna love my answers today.
Because of how sassy you are.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you want to just get this thing rocking? I'm sure we're gonna yap for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I've clicked the record button. Yo, what up? How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Tam and Barrett University Super Show. My name's Tam. I'm joined by Barrett and you, our third caster. That's right. This is a radio call-in show, or a Discord call-in show, if you want to get specific. We cannot do this show without you, where me and Barrett and you, the third guest, answer your universe's questions. We got a ton lined up today, and by ton I mean like 3. But if you guys want to answer some questions, you can either drop them in the chat here by using your hard-earned channel points and slash, or come join me over on my Discord, open up a ticket in the Tam and Barrett questions section of the Discord, and come be on the show with us as a third caster, like some of you will be doing today. But with that, Barrett, nice and easy. UVS Worlds just happened. I went through a AMA last night about like the production side of things and like what my job was over the weekend and why I didn't get to say hello to anybody. And then I saved all of my interactions and thoughts and whatever about Worlds proper until today. And so my question for you is thoughts on UVS's 2025 Worlds on your end, like a production wise, but then also like how the tournament itself was ran, what ended up placing well, what ended up not showing up, so on and so forth. So easy question. And Mochi, if you want to chime in, by all means, please feel free to as well. Thoughts on 2025 UVS Worlds?
It was good. It's over. There you go.
That's it. Okay, on to the next one.
Obviously, I was under the weather for most of the weekend, but I attempted to power through. So, apologize for anybody if I may have let you down a little bit because I was a little rough around the edges. But aside from that, I thought the play was good. I thought everyone showed up in full that I did honestly, quite frankly, just didn't think that as many people were going to. 114 people on the day one tournament was more than what my expectations were going to be. And I mean, the reality is, I think maybe I underestimated the. This is not a negative word, but I underestimated the simplicity of what people were going to be playing, and again, not in a negative way, but I just think like everyone going into the tournament was so like locked in on like the Mark Tyners, the Midoriyas, the Rodans of the world that like genuinely the best success of the weekend was basically just your standard 6-hand size aggro style deck. And that just isn't what people were talking about going into the weekend. Or I want to say just going to the event weeks and weeks into it.
Yeah.
Which is fine, like, and like, which is very good because again, it had the most success across the entirety of the weekend. Congratulations to George for winning it. I think it was very well deserved. Great guy on the community. If you watched the ending interview that I did with him at the end of the stream on day 3, just very wholesome guy, very well deserved. I mean, you could even see him when he finished in the finals, how emotional, because like, I mean, I can't think of a different kind of guy where it was, he started playing, he wasn't very good, and these are his words, not mine. He wasn't very good. He got his butt kicked by, the same person. His, I'm not gonna use the word trainer, but like the person that got him better at the game. He started judging, got even better at the game because, spoiler alert, you got to know the rules to judge him, and plays in literally 2 events this year. Gets second place at the first one that he goes to. That was basically his only way of making day 2 Worlds, was winning that event, and he just missed it. Makes the decision not to judge Worlds, shows up, has to play in the day 1 tournament, gets out of it, has to play in day 2 just like everybody else, goes Swiss champ out of it, and then wins the whole dang thing, right?
Yeah.
So, like, again, very well deserved. Great story from him. I'm very excited to see what he comes up with so that he can be immortalized into the game, along with, other magnificent people that were there that weekend. We took, a nice little video panoramic thing with a bunch of us holding up our champ cards. It was just really cool, kind of like being a part of that, and just kind of looking around and seeing all the egos in the room. But also at the same time, like, someone like George, like we knew basically post top 16 that we were getting a new world champion no matter what. And the
Yeah.
reality of it was, out of all those people that were still in that tournament, I don't think a single one of them, except for maybe one person, was like an old head. Is like the best way I want to describe it, because and so that was really interesting to like watch the rest of the tournament unfold, and I was kind of cheering for literally anyone because we were going to get something new, and I just think that means a lot for our game, because it is very difficult to end up on that throne and like become a champion card because of the stigma that a lot of the old heads or people that have won it before in the past constantly keep winning it. But this year that just wasn't the story. And I
Yeah.
think even the character that led to the success of not just George, but other people in the tournament this weekend was that like epitome of people that are newer to the game within the past 2, 3 years, 4 years. Like, you can do it. It's just about putting in the work. It's just about putting in the effort. It's about practicing the character and the game and what you're trying to go for. Because the two people in the finals with Chris and George, like I really couldn't pick a favorite, as maybe aside from Nagoriyuki being really, really cool. Um, so at the end of it all, I was just really impressed with the universes that I saw that weekend, because we wrote a new story and we wrote a new definition of what and who can win this game and win this champion card stuff.
Yeah.
Because I think genuinely the last person to win a champ card, like a character card that wasn't a quote unquote old head, is like William Anderson the third. And even then, like, he has been playing this game for quite a while.
Yeah. He won that
And
card off of a retro tournament, right? So like
yeah, exactly, right. So and so now coming full circle, where I don't know a better way to word it except for George Rangel the is the modern Universus winner. Like modern era, the post UVS games, like even since we've brought the thing back, people like Nick Reagan and Kevin Broberg have won it again. And
yeah.
now George is that like new era of winner. And I think that is important. Like I think it's so good for the game. I think it shows a lot of what's going on. I think it shows how the game and the adaptation of players like is just as powerful as what some of the old players are doing. And I'm just glad that that's a part of the storyline and the conversation now. So at the end of it all, it was a great weekend. I loved seeing everybody. Um, yes, I wish the main tournament was probably a little bit bigger, had more people in it. Um, I'm not so much as worried about that for next year with like Levi's plan, but we had to tie 2025 up into a nice little bow, and I think if there was any way to tie up that year into a good bow, that was probably the best way to do it, was with that tournament. So I was very happy with the weekend overall. I hope people had a lot of fun. I'm glad we had the Godzilla pre-release, super pre-release stuff, so people got to open up new cards, new product, and get their heads thinking about the new format. Because I mean, the reality is, it's over. We don't got to worry about it. 3 of your sets are rotating.
Yeah.
Godzilla new set coming out here in pre-releases literally tomorrow at the time of recording for us. Next Friday was the actual release of the set, and we've got our first regional coming up in April in Chicago. So people are already prepping for that, and I think at the end of the day, I'm excited to see what 2026 will bring. So that was a good weekend.
It's man, you yapped, and I fully agree with everything that you say. So it's hard to agree. But I'm gonna break down some of the stuff that you said. We almost had an old head win, right? Chris Minor has been around the block.
Yeah,
He's
yes.
not been like prolific in the community, but like it is there. You like, but out of our top 16 like snapshot, right? We've got Chris Minor, we've got Ryan Field, we've got Travis Tangeman, we've got Jacob Johnson, and I want to put Zach Richards in there because I think that he started like a little bit before MHA won. Maybe he was further, but he's right on that cusp, right on that edge. But everybody else, from my knowledge, and I could be wrong, is this like new age, new past 3 years type player. And the discrepancy of like old head, new head, pre MHA versus past 3 years, the balance is certainly starting to shift, which tells us that like the game is getting better and healthier, and whatever, people are catching up. People are playing dope ass games. It was really fun, and this is a production thing, right? Like, I got to see the snapshot look back at the regional winners, like looking at people like Ezra Miller, who have been on Crystal Lens the entire year, looking at Aiden,
Yep.
like Lecuyer, Lecure,
Lecuyer,
Lecu,
Lecuyer, I think it's
Lecuyer,
French.
Aiden
Lecuyer.
L on Zeke Yeager. Every time that he takes it, goes in and has a hell of a run, and like see these players dedicate themselves to be these not necessarily specialists, but like just coming in and kicking ass with like these characters and like getting results on it is so sick. We had 12 unique characters in our top 16, which is so sick. It's so sick for the people who are like, the meta game is unhealthy. 12 unique characters is so good. You could be like, but Tam Godzilla won and he had 3. Sure, right? That's fine. 12 unique characters. Go play your fun deck. If you put your time into it, Nagaruki will make it into the finals, right? Like, dude, this game is so sick right now. So sick right now. Aiden L, the person playing a character that is unplayably bad according to Tam Cardwell. Listen, I'm not Aiden. All right, I would have gone 0-3 top.
I am not gonna say unplayably bad. I am constantly surprised at how well people do with that character, only because I have also played that deck, and it is incredibly high rolly, and I don't know how else to describe it, but like the game, what I'm trying to get is the games you go and you play first, and you build 4 backups on turn 1, and your opponent can't interact with you before you flip over, are the easiest and freest games I've ever seen. And every game that doesn't happen, boy howdy is it hard.
Yeah. I am putting,
and that's just not my cup of tea when it comes to universes.
I'm putting the top 16 characters on screen, I believe, so that we can see them. It looks like top 18 is what I can fit. Nope, top 16, perfect. And we'll transition over. Easy. Okay, so like from this list, right? Here is top 16. Chat can see it now as well. What are you most unsurprised about? What are you most surprised about? Because I think that's actually like there's a lot to digest about this particular top 16 that in my answer, and I'll be very quick with it, there isn't a lot that I'm like not surprised about. I think there's a ton of stuff that we can sit here and like talk about and be like, yeah, I didn't really expect that. I didn't really expect that. Such as, I'll give the example first. If you told me that there were 3 of the same character, 3 of the same aggro character in Top Cuts, I would have said that it was going to be Mikasa, not Godzilla. I thought Mikasa was the flavor of the week, and not Godzilla. People had written this character off, and then we have 3 members of Let's Talk UVS pop in and be like, actually, Chaos Godzilla is still messed up. You should be playing this guy, and like putting their money where their mouth is. Again, being a premier team and like treating the game like a professional team does, of like, hey, we think this is the best one. We're gonna take a majority of our players and just play this one. I did not expect Calvin to be on Pumat. I expected something different. I didn't expect a singular Mikasa to be in Top Cuts. Chat says it. No Rodan. You ready? Nejire 2 placed higher than our highest placing Rodan. like what? Excuse me? That's insane. That's insane. And just like not what I had on my bingo board. Is there anything here besides the thing that I've listed that surprised you?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest surprises to me are, like you said, the Rodan underrepresentation, and I don't even think it's like just Rodan. I think it's like insert good defensive deck, and like I'm not specifically just talking about like the double Midoriya or like the double Mark Tyner, but it's like it's just not exactly the same shape of which I guess I thought people were going into the tournament. And part of it is that I mean, and the main discussion is that I was talking to multiple different people, multiple different groups of what they were expecting to going into the tournament, and not a single person I talked to said the words Godzilla. I think is
Yeah.
the big thing. Not a
Yep.
single person said the words Godzilla, and it had not nothing to do with that they didn't think it existed or that it wouldn't be registered. It's just that the majority of the people that I had been heard or hearing from and talking to were like, yeah, he exists, but he is significantly worse post, obviously in the post Titan Cliff ban world. And then also, people were telling me that, oh, they're just going to lose to a defensive slower deck or whatever, or a deck that will block them out, right? Like, is
Yeah.
mainly the words. And the reality is that that's just not what happened, right? So, the majority of the day one and day two tournament was consisted of Godzilla,
Yeah.
right? It was the number one
Yep.
on both pie charts. The biggest difference, and maybe why the Mikasa example doesn't surprise me as much, is because I do think what people saw on day one maybe had some influence of what was going into day two, because Mikasa did drop after not having a good performance in the day one tournament.
Yeah. The only person who made it out was Ryan
Was
Field,
Ryan.
who got into top 16 in this event as well.
So, and as far as I'm aware, and again, I can be called out for this, but in some capacity, the known a version of this Godzilla list that was being played by these players was from, again, this is what I heard, and so people in chat can correct me. A team needed a Godzilla list to test against because they were like, oh, this still exists. We should test against it. They grabbed someone's list, I'm not going to say who, off of Ultra, ran their actual decks they were testing for against into it, and they went, oh, this is pretty fucking good. And then they just fucking ran
That's
it.
very funny.
So, I again won't say who it is, but whoever's list they took, they probably should have played it. And I don't know if they did in the day one tournament. I'll go look it up later. But that is the kind of like, I don't even know how many people on this team even like locked into the decision to play Godzilla on whatever day that they decided to lock it in, right? But
Yeah.
the point being is other people were in the same boat of probably not actually going to be playing Godzilla, tested enough into it and went, oh, maybe this is actually just the right call, and then boom, it wins the whole thing, right? So it is just this sort of like phenomenon of, even though people aren't talking about it, almost anything can basically win this game and win this tournament, win a tournament or whatever, right? Just depending on how the day goes, and then also if you yourself are prepped for the majority of what you think the room is going to look like, and nobody else is prepping for what you are bringing, you do have a significant edge, right? And again, I don't think any player in this tournament, this is the World Championship, right? No one in this tournament was not aware of what Godzilla can do and how well it could do.
Yeah.
But I think there is something to be said that if people were putting tools into their deck to fight against Mikasa, and Mikasa doesn't show up, or it doesn't show up very well, then you put a bunch of tools into your deck that help you against a matchup that is not what you're going to run against.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the people that are playing Godzilla out here are like, well, I get to prep against all that stuff and still be an absolute menace, and you don't have as many tools to help you against me, right? And that's just very good. That's just an incredibly good thing to do, right? In a card game. So I think at the end of the day, I think it was a perfect storm for not just Godzilla, but like I think Chris Miner doing well with Nago. It's not is like not an anomaly.
Yeah.
because I think that these 6 hand size aggro style of like, because I look at the triple Godzilla, even Pumat and what Wub is doing, like, yes, it's more combo oriented, but like he was just having the ability to turn 2 just like the rest of them if you found the
Yep.
good ones. Uh, and then Ezra, we already know, has constantly shaped his deck and tailored to what he needs to do in the format. And then apparently a lot of people were also on Ryu across multiple days, so not just Zach here, but the idea of like, let's just play good universes. I put damage on stuff. I'm the void symbol. I can help. I can actually kill people and also play good cards. So I think at the end of the day, it was just a successful event for all that sort of play styles. And then everything else we see in here are things that we knew people were talking about, or things that people were having success with and testing. I think the biggest anomaly to me is actually Gavin Kale's Bridget list, because I just don't know anybody that actually was going to lock in that character
Yeah.
and do well with it. Um, Whereas the rest of them, I knew Jacob Johnston was playing his character, and that wasn't going to be a surprise to me. I knew Caden was interested in playing something that was like Zeke Yeager, because that was the deck that he had success with. I knew that Mark Tyners were going to show up. We knew people like Aiden were going to play the deck that he has been practicing, at least in my head. That was probably the best bet. And then we knew an amount of Mikasas were going to show up, right? So everything else onto me on here actually kind of makes sense and adds up at the end of the day if I like really think about what I had heard, except for the Bridget.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's fair. I think that's fair, especially with like she didn't have like middling success. I think Jake was on like a winning in Buffalo, but like people
Something,
are
or there was another
yeah,
Bridget that was
it
also
was it was
close.
close. It was very close. But like Bridget has legs, but it feels like kind of a bridesmaid type situation. But so the fact that Gavin got in and it wasn't the Bridget that was played at Buffalo. This is a City Rampage deck rather than like a
Correct.
combo OTK style Bridget that we saw previously. I think it just shows that like this character is good. This character should be respected, and we'll talk about it. This character is only going to get more tools and become more wacky with the next set. Um, anything else you want to talk about worlds wise? I have no data. I have no info about literally any of the side events. I don't know how retro went. I don't know how teams went. I have main event info, and that's literally it.
Side events happened. They were good.
Side events happened, and they were good. Yeah, I love it.
I mean, nothing I'm going to share. I've got stuff like work, right,
Okay,
internally and stuff
sure.
like that. But I mean, though, the reality is like, um, I the best thing I can say is this: the amount of people we talked about this a little bit in the airport on the way home. The amount of universes that was being played all weekend was actually mind blowing, because and no matter what day it was, even if you weren't participating in the main event, there was just people seated playing the game. And I don't know how many of them were people that paid money for a side event or a whatever or something. But like there was a point where there I think actually were more people playing in side events than the main event,
Yeah.
because later on in the rounds people were dropping from the tournament, obviously. So like actually everywhere you looked people were playing universes. If you didn't want to see universes being played, you had to leave the hall.
Yep.
Which I just can't think of another regional this year that I went to, and I went to all but one, at least for the in the States. And I don't know, the side events just weren't as poppin', which is fine.
Do
Again, it's
you
not that big of a deal, but yeah,
not the
sorry.
glaze Levi? Do you think it was because of like how organized and how structured he made it, and like the double ticket extravaganza? Do you think like it was the side events got announced earlier? Like, what do you think the secret sauce was here?
I think I obviously I think the Godzilla pre-release was a big part of it, because a lot of people were seated for that stuff. But I think the biggest thing is like, as long as there is things on the prize wall worth playing for, people will want to play avenues to get tickets, right? So I think the prize wall was just so large, as well as again based off of what people were playing and how people were redeeming things. Uh, it is 100% based off of like what people can use their tickets for. So as long as there's constantly something worth getting your tickets for, people will play for tickets. So I'd assume it's mainly just that. Um, because if you just want to play Universes and not spend money on it, you would just go outside of the hall or go sit at a random table and play Universes, right?
Yeah.
But people, as far as I'm aware, we're actively playing inside events. I wish I had more information on the team stuff or retro, but I know a lot of that, or even Hero 2. I wish I had
Oh,
more
I forgot Hero too.
information
Yeah. Yeah.
and like what people were doing for that. Um, but if the point is the prize wall, then I'm excited to see how the rest of the events for 2026 will go because a lot of the formula should be the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. Let's talk about something we do know. We got a question from a viewer, longtime friend of the show. Let me get it saved and downloaded. Barrett, what makes good UVS/TCG commentary? What makes good commentary? I did this whole breakdown on my stream yesterday. And I want to get your thoughts on what makes good commentary. Specifically, not even necessarily universes specific, right? But the fact that he says TCG commentary, I think is really interesting because you're also like you have a hobby. You were a caster for League. You're in that space a lot. What's the difference between esports and C sports or card game
C
sports?
sports, card game
Yeah.
sports.
Uh,
What makes good UVS/TCG commentary? Sure. By Luke. Okay. I don't know. I mean, obviously this is very opinion based. I'll tell you what I want. Uh, I think the number one thing that makes good TCG player commentary is that you need your commentators to create excitement. I've talked about this before because spoiler alert for anybody that plays card games, there aren't the triple kill or big massive team fights that happen, or there aren't like big fumble plays that happen like in sports, or you don't have a car crash like in a NASCAR, or you don't have fights happening on the hockey rink. Like those sort of exciting moments don't exist when you watch two people deep in the tank. Okay?
yeah.
So when you have two very strategically minded people sitting down trying to figure out the correct decisions, when a good commentator will create that anticipation, or the put their one player puts their opponent in a bad situation. The commentator's job, in my opinion, is to create that tension verbally with trepidation and anticipation based off of what the response of the other player is going to do, and all of it is meant to set up that sort of climactic resolution of either the opposing player has the answer or draws the answer or does the thing, and then either that's then rebutted again by the original player, or maybe they don't have the answer, and all of that has to be sort of like tied up into a nice neat little bow with a narrative guidance.
Yeah.
That is probably the biggest thing I think you need for card games, because like I said, watching a player have the right answer at the right time, if you were just watching the games in silence, is a very different feeling than somebody who's like hyping it up and building it up for you. And I'm not saying that it's necessarily needed, but the people that don't think that's needed, they just typically watch TCG players muted anyway.
Yeah.
But the players or the viewers that want that excitement, that want that sort of like high stakes moment happening for either player, because a point of it is to be non-biased as well. Uh, it's really hard to do that unless the commentator is not informed on what's going on in the game, isn't informed on things that could potentially happen in card games, and then also realizing why that's the good opportunity for that opposing player to have that sort of like answer. So all of that has to not only be created by the two players playing the game, but the commentators itself had to set the stage and also realize what that tension building setting is. So that I think is what makes a good TCG player or commentary. It is very difficult to do, and I say that because even I don't think I'm very good at it. Um, but I do think that if you can do it well, people will want to listen to you commentate over and over and over again because it's actually exciting to watch the game.
Yeah.
So that's probably my number one answer.
Yeah, I think making little micro stories, whether it be from the outside of the game or even the inside of the game, like looking in of like what the potential timelines could be and like dissecting what the timeline that was taken was, right? Um, Making like small predictions and seeing if they pan out and just being like just being a genuine fan of not the game universes, but the game that's currently being played. I think that goes a long way. Being excited about the current thing that's happening on screen, no matter what it is, right? It's very, very hard, and I'll say names. I'll put them on blast. It is so hard to be 50 minutes into the Andrew Porat versus Mark Tyner hour-long 0-0 draw match where Justin is or sorry, not sorry. Justin Birch playing Martiner versus Porat playing Midoriya 0-0 match where Justin is literally, I'm going to build my third copy of King Illyria for the turn. It'll hit my stage and be destroyed. I'll pass. That's my one form for the turn. Your turn, Andrew. It is tough to be excited about that game, but you have to figure it out and you have to keep yourself engaged and the viewer engaged and be like, any minute now we have a fuse of a time bomb that is the Midoriya going off. Everything is now riding on the Midoriya has 10 or 12 cards left in their deck. They get one more cycle and we don't have that many attacks. We have to find 6 damage somewhere. There are 8 resets on the board and you have to play 9 attacks. You have 11 cards. What's the puzzle? How do we figure it out? What do we do? And like walking people through and being excited about what the potential outcome for this game is, it's just tough to do. It's just really, really tough, especially because there were 40 minutes leading up to this build one pass game state that we had at the event. To no fault of either player, right? Like the Justin thought that the best thing to do in his case was build one pass and find the ID. He's like, in all of my testing, this is a bad matchup for me. If I can take an unintentional draw here, I will. The casters, the players should not give two shits about what the casters think. The caster's job is to make the things that the players are doing interesting and fun to watch. And it is possible to make that interesting and fun to watch. It's just tough. It's just really, really tough.
I'll also add to this, and something I wish I was better at, but I talked about this I think with Tam a little bit afterwards or something like that. But like I think what we need to do, what makes good Universes / TCG commentary, is catering to all types of viewers.
Yes.
And we don't do this very well because, I mean, the reality is, and for the people that are also in chat and watching this, most of you are not casual Universes players because, spoiler alert, you are invested to the competitive scene to some capacity.
You know how to find the stream.
So, I will say that we are very bad at catering the Universes stream to casual Universes players because, spoiler alert, there's just not a lot of those people out there, and the people that are watching the event are probably already invested competitively. Because of that, we like to cater to our audience, which is our job is to just talk about competitive Universes and less so focus on things like casual oriented players might be excited for. That's bad though, because
Yep.
you should cater to multiple types of viewers because you never know who could be turning into your broadcast. And if you are completely locking them out because you're catering to not their audience, they will feel distanced and then they will stop watching. And then what's the point? You're not growing your audience, you're just catering to the people that are already here. There is
100%.
a there is a way to still cater to those people that are enfranchised and then also make a appealing visual and storytelling and narrative for a new person to come in here and want to be invested at a higher level. But to do that, you have to cater to them off the get go, and we just don't do a good job of this. Um, I don't think we do a good job of this because our game is very difficult to understand. Our game's overlay already caters to people that know exactly what's going on,
Yeah.
etc. There's a bunch of stuff here, right? So we do a lot less of like play-by-play commentary for universes because there's just so much going on in universes. So explaining exactly what is happening every moment of every second is something that a new player would want to maybe know because they're still trying to figure out what's going on. But we do kind of do a lot more like catch up and uh, fast forward sort of like play by play because we are constantly also trying to talk about strategic elements of the game,
Yeah.
which means you're going to lose some stuff in translation. So like that's constantly a give and take that you will always have when you are doing card games or commentary in general. But we just don't do a very good job at catering to a casual audience because we just don't have a very large casual audience, if any
It's
at all.
it's also because, and this is advice for people out there who are trying to do any amount of casting. When you get done reading the card, there are still 1,000 enhances that have to be played, and so either
Yeah.
you get to sit there in silence, or you have to fill that time. And if the thought that you are trying to finish is full, if you have a full thought, it's possible they move it on to the next card, and you need to finish your thought. Like, that needs to happen. It is not,
Yeah.
it's not amazing for you to interrupt yourself and be like, never mind about that, we're going to move on to the next one, because you'll just find yourself in this rut of constantly interrupting yourself and not getting
Yeah.
through your speech pattern, in order to make the best story possible, because the information that you say, if you're doing the correct job, is relevant, if not on this attack, but could be on attacks later, and then you can come back and reference
Or the
yourself,
game as a
right?
whole, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so it's a constant battle. There's no quote unquote correct or wrong way to do it necessarily. It's again, it's I don't know. It's whatever the viewer actually wants. And
Yeah.
spoiler alert: if the viewers hate your commentary, they'll usually tell you.
They,
Um,
yes, they will.
so
Or they'll be they'll
um,
be they'll be cheeky about it and be like, they'll list like a bunch of their favorite casters and just conveniently leave you off the list, and you'll be like, you mentioned everybody else, but you didn't mention your boy. You're like,
yeah,
oh yeah, you,
yeah.
yeah, of
Yeah,
course, you as well.
I already know that I'm everybody's least favorite caster, but you
That's
guys are stuck with
wild.
me. So,
That's wild.
you guys are just stuck with me. So, because I'm not allowed to play, so like, what else would I do?
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, and the reality is like, I know that there's a lot of things that I could do better, but at the same time, it's really hard when you are already in a position of like doing commentary that you're like, well, I got here by doing this thing this way.
Yeah.
I shouldn't change, right?
Yeah.
But that's just the incorrect thing to do because there are constantly ways to be better. And then there are also constantly ways of changing your perception of how the game is played and what people can do, yada, yada, yada. Um, and I do think that can best be solved by just changing the person you're sitting next to
Yeah.
because their insight and the things that they say will directly influence your conversation that you as a commentator will do. So that's the best way to do it. And I mean, yeah, the spoiler in the room, right, is that for the longest time we've had the same commentators for Universes, and the good news is, if you're paying attention to the stream, that is changing a little this year. So we are trying out some new people. I'm excited to work with these people that are upcoming on the roster. Not all of them have been announced, obviously, but Snuggy, which has been announced, will be joining us for Chicago at our first regional. I'm very excited to work with him. I'm very excited to see what he can bring to the table. And at the end of the day, I'm just excited to sit next to somebody new. So because I will have something to learn from them.
Uh,
So
I got asked to add a little spice to the question as a bit of a stab to
okay,
me. I'd
okay.
also wonder what makes a good playmat for streaming, what features matter and what don't. First off, fuck you, buddy. All right, I made that playmat. Fuck you, guy. But there is something to be said about visual clarity when it comes to putting on a good production, a good show, um, inside of the event. And I talked about this yesterday, right? In the production thing. This is the layout that I forced at Worlds is how I play universes. I put my character up top. I have my card pool in the middle. I have my foundations down below. I put actions and assets on the on the top row. That's how I play the game. And so for this first one, fuck you guys. I I made you do it my way. Was it the best way to do it? Nah, but we have to assign something to have happen in order to make change, you know? And we learned. I got a bunch of feedback, and it's probably going to be different for next time.
And guess what? I've already seen it.
It's probably going to be different.
And I've already seen the new one.
Who knows what it looks
and,
like?
You know, we talked about it, and I like my biggest notes too were in the same boat. We're like, yeah, there was probably a lot of dead space that even the players didn't know what to do with it. The stage was probably a little small, and yeah, and everything you just said. So
Yeah.
we took the feedback, we learned from it. We'll make a new one. We'll give it a try, and guess what? People will wee wah about the new one, and we'll figure
That's
it out
true.
too.
That's true.
So
And it'll change
people,
a second time. We're going to have 6 different layouts for the whole season, baby.
yeah.
It's going to be so sick. It's going to be so sick.
But yeah, the reality is that it just answers all the questions of like when your player shows up and they're like, "Can I use my playmat?" And you hit them with the "No, you have to use this one." Easy. Look how easy that was. Next, we're gonna make all of our players use specific shirts. They have to wear exactly the shirt that we give them.
That is fair. By the time we're done, we'll have the characters will be taped to the players' foreheads. Now we're talking, Tim.
Headbands.
You guys wanted more space for your dumb backups and assets. now we're talking. Now everybody's got special glasses. Dope. Very, very dope.
Am I a 6 hand size character? No, yeah. There's guess what? There's no right. Like I said earlier at the beginning of this question, there's no right or wrong way to do it. There's only other ways that will make more people mad.
Hell yeah. I love it. I love it. We have another viewer question with somebody who said that they can be on, but they are being a little spotty. So we might start without them and then have them come on afterwards.
No, come on now, or we're doing it without you.
Come on now, or we're doing it. I'll add him.
Yeah, I got 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3.
Oh, he's here. Yes.
2. Oh,
hello. All right, friend of the show. We got Malcolm Malamoan coming on. Funny enough, our stream judge for basically the entire weekend. He was stream judge for the whole thing until the finals. So first and foremost, hey, claps in chat for you. Doing the Lord's work. It is a tough day to do that. Hit us with your question, please.
Yeah, sure. I actually need to go back and make sure I get it right verbatim here. I was asking what are tips when deck building with a rotation in mind? Seeing that it's going to be quite relevant for our community that is coming up here. We just had Worlds. We're starting a new OP season, and we're going to be starting a fresh rotation as well.
And OP season's coming quick. I'm already planning like 4 LCs that I'm trying to go to over the course of the weekend. I'm gonna see how many of these dumb invites that I can take from people for the next championship and never let them go. But tips for deck building. I think the big thing is the easy tip of the iceberg stuff is slaughter the sacred cows. Let the good stuff go. Try and experiment with random weird stuff. You know what works because over the past 365, you have tried it and you practiced it and you did the thing. Try some weird ones. I'll give you an example. a card that I am actively going to be trying. I know it has the order symbol. I have to go find it. It's a 2-diff. It is a Girl Power card, which is now the most recent set of cards that I'm allowed to play. Go everybody at home, go look at the card Seeking Entry. It is a 2/5/3 mid block. It has the ally keyword. Response commit : after rival plays a non-character ability that adds any number of cards to their hand, selectively seal a rival foundation and draw a card. Did you draw a card? Well, I'm drawing a card and sealing your best move. With cards rotating out, this card might have it always made it into my initial lists, and it started getting cut because past cards were better. Put these cards in and start not cutting them. Try as Psycho says in chat. Try some weird ones. Barrett, hit me with a tip.
My best advice is go on to UVS Ultra and click every set that will be legal for you to build with, which means don't use anything from 2020. What year are we in? 2023. So don't use anything from 2023. And boom, then you know exactly what you should be doing for the beginning of the OP season because you already have all the cards that you know you're going to be playing with, which is not always the case. So because we had the Godzilla Super pre-release, obviously the Godzilla set is coming out next week. You already know everything that will be legal for the upcoming format. So I think the best way to start testing is just to start testing. But like what Tam said, and what someone once told me and some other of my friends that were struggling with their identity, especially when rotation usually happens, is don't be afraid to empty your cup, which means whatever you were doing last format or even last year, don't do it again. Do something else. Because you already know that what you've done before probably works and or didn't work. You need to try something new. Because the reality is that our game has 12 symbols in it, and there's a billion characters you can constantly be playing as. And even with rotation, there are still a billion characters that you can be playing with. And because of rotation, characters that were already overlooked will probably continue to be overlooked unless somebody goes back and looks at them.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because, like what Tam just said, come with this next rotation, the technically oldest characters that you could be playing at are Tam. Who are they?
Girl Power. Or sorry, nope.
No.
It is the Cowboy Bebop and Trigun Challenger decks.
Ding ding ding! Winner winner! When was the last time that you read what Faye did? Yep, that's right, because you've never looked at her ever.
Yeah.
And if there's any moment in time where you should go look at what the old characters do, it's when you look at their last possible chance of using tools that they have for the year. So I'm not saying you got to look at Spike Spiegel right now, but like Spike Spiegel will eventually rotate at the end of this year and, the first thing of next year or whatever, right? That's when it happens. But this is the last chance to do so. And I promise you that only one guy on this planet I know has been playing Spike Spiegel. And even he thought Spike Spiegel's not playable right now. So that's fine. But rotation changes the name of the game because it's not what you thought maybe is it playable or wasn't playable. Everyone lost something. But Barrett, I'm playing a backup deck, and I'm not losing anything. Okay, but the people around you are, which means the cards in your deck that you were probably putting in there to play around other people's stuff are probably just not correct anymore because the environment has changed. So you have to constantly go back and look. You have to figure out what other people are doing. You need to figure out what other people are doing. You need to figure out what you're doing. So you just got to start testing with stuff. Or be like everyone else that plays our game and just focus on the new stuff. So you got a new Godzilla set coming out. What should you do? Maybe just play one of the new Godzilla characters.
I think making and exploring the new Godzilla characters is honestly like really fair. I mean, after we get done with the podcast tonight, I'm gonna continue just like day one build Godzilla decks just to like see what and look through all these cards over and over again. You're gonna find something that it, like speaks to you, and like and that inspiration from looking at the new thing will hopefully inspire something in the past. Barrett, pizza bet. What character do you think I first built when I rotated all the characters out? Or I rotated all the cards out. Give me a guess. What's the first
character?
Godzilla format character that I made?
Can I hop in on this next?
It's probably Judge Jester.
Okay.
Isn't that Jester?
Malcolm, what do you think?
I'm gonna say modified Kiryu.
It was the Joker.
Why?
It was the Joker. The Joker just got a 7/4 that says Blitz. Remove a card from my hand, my discard. Remove 2 from yours. We now have 22 attacks in the deck that all say Blitz. Remove something out of your deck. Combined with Joker's stats. Combined with crazy Void control. Obviously, I'm going to make the Joker and see if this mill deck is real. Because, man, every time I play a move, I'm removing 2 to 3 to 4 cards out of your deck is insane. The Joker was not anybody's radar for Worlds, not even a little bit. But you print one ultra rare that happens to be a little slightly overstated 4-diff that sometimes removes 3 cards, 4 cards on Joker, 5 with foundations. Like, if I could remove a 20th of your deck in one attack, this character might be legit now, right? And so it's like, go back and take chances, take shots on characters.
And that's funny that you say that because I literally have decided Ariel Kikisho has been my my card for rotation to see how many decks I can play in and just how far can I take that card to go. So that is
this
funny.
guy's gonna play Mothra for sure. Mothra, slam a Kokosho.
I will turn my character sideways and put 3 of them in my card pool.
Yes, which is sick. Which is so sick. Hey, eat 21, dummy.
Yeah, so
he's also,
I think
it's also very fun in Benimaru as well too. Another good.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, you can never go wrong with just like taking the deck that you were just playing and then like trying to figure out what the newest version of it looks like. But that defeats the whole thing of what I said earlier, which is like, hey, if you just came from Worlds and you just played Midoriya, I'll use Midoriya for example. Yes, Midoriya lost quite a few tools. But that character has 5 symbols, and you could probably figure out something else to do with that character. I promise you, I guarantee you can figure something else to do with that character. If the answer is just, what's the best version of the character look like post-errata? Sure. That question will probably eventually get answered or solved or attempt to be solved by someone else playing the game. But you as a player, I think, learn a lot and can become even better at the game if you expand your horizons on your playstyles and your deck building by specifically doing something else that you weren't doing last format.
No.
So rotation is the best time to do that because the game forces you to take 3 sets worth of cards and put them somewhere else. But it is a skill that you have to be good at if you want to be good at rotation-based card games. Or you can wait for somebody else to solve the answer for you and just use a deck that they created. So there's nothing wrong with doing that. If you are struggling, it's okay. Someone else will solve it.
The best pilots in the world don't build the planes.
That is true, yes. So don't worry about it if you're having a problem. But it is a muscle that you should attempt to flex, and rotation is the hardest time to do it. And everyone's on the same kind of playing field of trying to start over from scratch. So it's okay to get a little freaky. It's okay to get a little experimental.
Yeah, and that's why I was talking to some of like the newer players at Worlds as I was making my rounds. That was just something I kind of explained to them too, that like with rotation it's going to be the best time because like everybody's at square one. Obviously, stronger players are going to be able to kind of put stuff together, but also at the same time, there's not. I mean, a bit of the carpool knowledge shrinks, drastically quite a bit because we have like what three sets rotating out. I think 3 sets and a bunch of promos and other stuff like that. But still, we got to refigure out the order symbol, because they've lost things like Fierce Wings, as we've seen, was an answer that Nagaruki had for any of the Foundation destruction.
Mm-hmm.
That's gone. There's no more runaway. there's no more showdown. So like you got to figure out what your defensive tools are going to be there. So I don't know. I just think that it was a good time. I said it was probably the most common question that I had from like newer to casual players who think about wanting to dabble into competitive. It was just starting to think about how to handle rotation. So that's why I kind of wanted to get that question asked. So we just have some different veteran voices in there, just kind of to put that out there to kind of hopefully help that learning curve shrink just a little bit.
I love it. Love it. Final thoughts, Barrett?
Just do it.
Yeah, just make stuff. Speaking of Malcolm, thank you so much for the question, man. I do greatly appreciate it. It was fun having you on, and thanks for submitting a question, and thanks for being on the show. We can't do it without you, literally.
Heck yeah, it's my favorite podcast.
Oh, take that for check cast. You bunch of bums.
Whoa.
You bunch of bums. All right, buddy. You have a good one. We're gonna close up the show now.
All right, see ya.
Peace. With that, Barrett, good show. Good wrapping it up. Good hour-long show. Very fun, very cool, very pog, very champ. If you guys would like to be on the show, all you gotta do is submit some questions. Like, I do have a couple more questions submitted, but they're beefy, and I think that they would be better served for next.
You want to do one
time.
more?
No. It's a big boy. It's a big boy, and I wanna take a second to think about it. But we're gonna dip. We're going to we're gonna get out of here. I got some deck building that I want to do. Barrett is a sick boy. He's gonna go get some tomato soup, and go get one of those big water heaters, and put it on his forehead, and like a big thermometer and a nightcap, and go take a nap. But with that, thank you all for hanging out. How many players at Worlds? A bunch. With that, thank you much for hanging out. I do really appreciate it. We'll catch you all next time. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Players are at
It's like 114 or something. There's a bunch. Wow. There was a bunch. But yeah, he just dropped all of this on me, and I went, I want to take a second and dissect this question. Anywho. All right, Barrett, that's what I have for you today, man. Fun stuff. Dude, can I show you my cool Jet Jaguar deck? It's wild.
Are you just readying your face with electric mod?
No, that would be cringe.
Okay,
no,
sure.
That would be cringe. Bear, we got it's an abomination. I love it.
Why are there 40 attacks in here?
Because it's so sick, dude. Literally
readying yourself for bug bite. I'm closing this.
No. You just like bug bite just stacks a 5 or a 6 on top of your deck, and it's like you go. This is a deck that wants to go second. I played it. I watched somebody play it last night. You go second. You mulligan your hand. You get 3 foundations. You go foundation, Jet Jaguar, I'll build one, so I've got 4. And then you play 5 attacks every turn for the entire rest of the game. Over and over and over and over and over again. It's so cool. It's so cool. And look at We're Counting on You. Sacrifice a foundation, mill 1 colon. This deck gets 1 damage, period. If you mill an attack this way, this attack gets +3 damage instead. Period. Jesse Cervini deck. It is a Jesse Cervini deck. It literally was just like playing like 5 attacks every single turn. It was sick. It was so sick. It was like killing. There was somebody. A teammate was playing Irwin. They blocked like 4 moves every turn, and I was just killing them because it was so sick. They just like were like, I don't know how to survive this, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah, this is just like the weirdest version of Tomahawk Man.
Yes, yeah, you gave me Tomahawk Man. You gave me Tomahawk Man that gets +1 damage on shit and builds dope foundations. You know how sick it is to like? It's the coolest thing of all time. They would build me whatever, right? All my cards are good. And I would build them a Final Wars and go, all my moves got an extra damage, dummy. Let me punch that face. It was so sick. That was so sick. you don't need any setup to do that Titan Terror. You're not wrong. But this guy has a better smile. I'm just saying. Just saying.
He does
Big
have
smiles.
a better smile.
Big smiles. It's very funny. Very, very funny.
I do like Jet Jaguar. Maybe not this, but
this
sure.
is an abomination for sure. For sure, this is an abomination. But like,
I want somebody to play Space Godzilla.
I watched one last night, and it was cute. It was cute.
Barrett, you don't look impressed. Spoiler alert, dude. Nothing the players do impresses me anymore.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He was like, "You guys don't play Pony."
No, just in general. Universes players don't surprise me anymore.
So that's a different word than impress. Interesting. Impress and surprise are two different things, actually.
Tell you what, if you would have won, I would have been impressed.
But it's impossible now.
It's impossible now.
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna get to deck building. I got like 4 decks I'm trying to build tonight, and so I'm gonna get rocking on it. Easy peasy.
Okay.
All right, smooches. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye. All right, the chat. Hello, hello, hello. We are back. Yeah, it's a bit of a build-a-palooza tonight. As we close out of this, as we come in here and rock it. I gotta put some music on. It's been too long. It's been too long. Okay. So where we last left off, building-wise, where we last left off building-wise, I have built middle screen, top right is fine. I have built Shin Godzilla, I've built Biollante, I built Jet Jaguar, I built Mothra, I built Anagrius. And so we're gonna take and build a couple more. What are you? Why are you here? Oh, I have a notepad showing. Okay. We're gonna build here. And so the answer is Godzilla Reign of Kaiju. I have a wheel, which last night I spun the wheel and I didn't like what I picked, and I basically ended stream because of it. And so we're gonna take it. We're gonna spin the wheel, and we're gonna pray we don't get Destroyra. Okay, Rodan Fire, Rodan. I think we can make happen. All right. Oh, why are you just Reign of Kaiju? That's weird. I need to be bottom right. Rodan. Fire Rodan. Let's grab this. And then create a new deck. Here, question up. Rig it, make it Kiryu, he's cooler. I agree that Kiryu is cool. He is probably my favorite one. I'm going to turn this on so I don't keep getting blinded. My initial thoughts on this character is just pretend Mothra doesn't exist and you can build this without getting depressed. That's fair. I think Mothra's very good. Destroy just makes me sad. He could have been cool. There just aren't enough counters to make that character viable. Air, fire, void, attack, go. First off, I gotta see what this guy does. Enhance, this attack gets +3, or I should put the character in my deck, I guess. Enhance, this attack gets +3 or -2 damage. Only playable attack speed is greater than its printed speed. E, spend a momentum, seal a non-rival character in your rival's card pool or stage. Interesting. This attack gets +3 or +2 damage. Only playable attack speed is greater than its printed speed. What's wrong with Destroy Foundation's character? He just sucks. Having him and Shin Godzilla in the same set is like tough, man. It's tough. Okay, I don't actually know what I want to do with this guy. There's a world where, like... there's a world where there's like printed 5 difficulty moves. I'm a big fan of it's a Michelangelo move. I'm gonna put on some different music, I think. We're coming here. Let's do this. Hey. It's a Michelangelo move. I'm sure we can find it here in this first page. Unless. I'm sure we can find it here in this second page. This guy. This deck gets 1/1 for each other attack with printed difficulty 5 in your card pool after they play a responsibility as attack ready if foundation's not been ready as combat phase. I think this card's cool. It's like, it's a neat one. And like, I'm trying to like string out a bit, and this thing just like gives itself some free stats, right? It does say for each other, which is a bit of a problem. And so I have to figure out how to give it more stuff. Kokocho feels decent in Rodan, gets speed off response, Rodan can first dance before Rebel interacts with it. That's true. I bet Falling Skies would be kind of good in this character. If only. I mean, there's also a world where, like honestly, like, cards like this are just good in this character. Lose 2 health to make this an 8 mid for 7 as a 5 diff opener, like, is not bad, truthfully. 8 mid for 7, 5 diff opener. If this attack is blocked, your rival flip the foundation. I don't care about that, but, like, 8 mid for 7 is pretty good. I'll put it in and we'll see what's up, because I do like this card a lot. I think the rares in this set are kind of bananas. They're kind of buck wild how good they are. Add 2 power tokens. How do I get this thing speed? Question mark. While it's in your card pool, your attack get a speed. You can sacrifice power tokens as though they were spending momentum for play for EX abilities. How do we get power tokens for Frenzy Dive? What were they thinking? This guy doesn't give you power tokens. Silly. What a goober. If you have 10 or less health, this gets -1 difficulty. This being a 3 diff is buck wild, man. Ghidorah is so dumb. After this card is removed to pay a cost, you may try to play it from your game pile. Press this turn. If you do, remove it when it leaves your card pool. Okay. Gets a speed for each committed rival foundation. This would put us under fire. This would put us under fire, which fire is normally a stats symbol? Question mark. And so maybe there's a world where this is just the right answer. But like, this card is good. Making it a 10 damage move. This would put us under air, and this card's broken. Doesn't he have a foundation? It's some 2 diff that's just like your attack gets a speed. Doesn't that exist in this set? It's just like he's looking crazy. Yeah, E: your air attack gets a speed. I mean, we could just play an air deck, right? We could just play an air deck and just pretend that this is okay. Pretend this is an acceptable thing and just like put a bunch of speed on stuff. Bunch of bonus free speed. I kind of wish we had the life symbol so that we had access to the Star Trek lower decks action that like let us duplicate this action or this foundation. Let's just make an air deck. I think an air deck is fine. I don't think I've made an air deck yet. Let's just see what we can do air-wise. I do still think this card is relevant. This is a 8 mid for 7 for free. So that gets 2 damage. Okay. None of this matters. Only if they have 4 committed foundations. I think this is possible in our deck. Maybe, at least. +2 with stun rating. Gives her momentum. This card is very good. This is one of the good ones. Silk Rain. I think this card's very good. I don't know how we're giving it speed, but we can. Remove a card from your discard pile. It gets X speed. X equals the printed difficulty of the remove card. Let's do it. Why not? Void ally deck? No, it's okay. Is this a... Oh, this is not an attuned card, but it does ask for air attacks. So I do have to be careful. I have to be... Man. I have to be careful with what attacks I put in, because the ones that that don't have air have to give themselves speed. Because this card doesn't work on them. How silly. How silly. Like, I can't give this a speed to give it 3 damage. It just doesn't work. I can't give this a speed to give it 3 damage. So the cards that the non-attuned cards I play, like, have to just, like, be good enough. I'll put this in and see if it is relevant at all, because I think that having a pseudo bomb at the end is kind of cool. Gets the damage for each card in each player's card pool. Oh, excuse me. Man, do I just tick off the non-air cards if this is the plan? Do I just tick them off? After you play this, it gets 2 speed if your character is ready, or 2 damage if it's committed. After you play this, it gets 2 speed if your character is ready. So this is a 4 diff 6 low for 7. It's just a stat stick. When this card is cleared from your card pool during the combat phase, while it's in your card pool, your other attacks get 1/1. I mean, this is just a better version of the other card, right? And we might actually end up playing the backup that does it as well. This guy, Blitz, next turn gets 4 speed, so +4 +3, and then loses stamina. This attack gets +1 or -1 speed. So we can take and give their moves minus stats. That makes sense to me. If it's the only card in your card pool, it gets 2 speed. If they've cycled, it gets +5 instead. No, that's okay. I think I've yawned 18 times during this live stream already. Wild. Lose 2 health. This move gets 2 speed. If you have 15 or less health, it also gets +2 damage. I mean, this card's good. I don't think it's good enough, though. It's a lose 2 health for +2, +3 on a 3 diff. But we already have one that says lose 2 health for +4, +3 on a 5 diff. That has another ability on it as well. I think that's probably not it. Also, it's a fire tune, so my air stuff doesn't work. You've played another attack this turn, gets +2 damage. It's not good enough. If they've lost health, it gets +2 speed. This being a 5 high for 6 by itself pepper box is kind of good. I don't hate it, truthfully. 5 high for 6, 3 diff is... I'm digging it. I'm liking where it's at. This one's good. We like that one. This one's not bad. We'll put it in and see what matters. This one's good to give speed and damage. Just good air stuff. Quality air moves. None of these matter. You don't matter. Deadlock Blitz. Blitz, clear another card from your card pool. As a 5 diff? Yuck. This deck gets 2/2 if it's the 3rd or greater card you have played this turn. Weird to put it at the end. If they've not taken damage, it gets +3 speed. Probably not. Man, this is tough. This is tough. I can hear Rebby talking in the background. It's very funny. Having fun. Gets X damage. Damage for each card in their hand. If this is the only card in your card pool, it gets +2 speed. Isn't there one that says like all your moves get +2 speed? Am I crazy? Isn't there a better version of this? It's like a 6 diff or something? Am I crazy? It might be a secret rare? There's some 6 diff that does this. I can't be crazy. It's like if this is the only card in your card pool, they all get 2 speed. It's not this one. It's this one. This is the only attack in your card pool. Your attacks get 2 speed for the turn. Interesting. So just making a high-speed dive deck? Start with high-speed dive and then rocket? So the other thing that I can do... Add an attack with difficulty 2 from your discard pile to your hand? What the fuck are we talking about? That's what's going to make us win the game. So the other idea that we have is we dig into the bottom enhance, seal a non-character card in your rival's card pool or stage. Is there a 2 diff? Yeah, there's some Attack on Titan cards that are 2 diffs. The damage for each printed difficulty. Yeah. Not a bunch. But I think just like having the 6 diff opener that says all our moves are good is just like good enough. So the other idea here is, let's go to the actual deck itself, right? Instead of playing on air, and we get things like, we don't get things like Focus Prism Beam or Queen of the Monsters, or like Hunter's Ally. Man, is High Speed Dive just worth it? I think the answer is going to be yes, because I don't actually want to spend a ton of time building this guy. Because there might be some other like cooler void idea, but it just says that the top enhance just doesn't matter, right? Like I could do this and see what if I do this and I click ally, what happens, right? Because wild style is just so good. Okay, and then I click air. Wingnut Sabotage, 6 high, 9. I mean, maybe. This would work. This would work. Let's look at fire cards. They don't exist. Fire cards. You are an ally? It's interesting. 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 Yo. Fire beast summoning? I mean, beast summoning getting 3 damage is kind of dope. Megalo if you want to go seal. I mean, Megalo is not bad, right? But I'm actually just like looking at what this card is doing. Because this card is messed up and like triggers instantly. This is always a 4 high for 10, like always, just off the bat, which is good stats. So the other thing that we have to think about is the fact that, like, if we do this under the air symbol, I actually think an ally package is the way to go. Air allies. And here's why. Here's why I feel this way. Because if we do this, right, and we have the Hunter's Ally, we get to play Mondo Gecko, which gives us the speed bonus that we need every time. And now I don't have to play the asset, or the foundation that does it, because I've got a Gecko. Wait. Chat? We're cooking. Chat? We're cooking. Okay, I figured it out. I figured out what we're doing. We're deleting this deck and we're trying again. We're deleting this and we're trying again. Create new. Create? Did that just work? That worked. Cool. Alright. Chat? We figured it out. We figured it out. When in doubt. When in doubt. Exterminate the mutants. When in doubt, exterminate mutants. Oh, it's not a void card. I'm so sorry. If you have at least backup and at least one asset in your stage, this deck gets 1/1. We're doing it the old-fashioned way. So not only do all of our Mechazoids now have all our moves have stun for the whole turn, with Betraying Marco out on the board, it is mill 1 for 1/1, and then Rodan gives it stats. Yeah. Yeah. I'm in. I'm in. I am gonna look for allies because I do want this thing to work. Because you'll just get it automatically. You're not good enough. Search your deck or discard for a copy of Mechazoid and build it. This deck is a speed and damage for each copy of Mechazoid in your stage. I think that's not good enough. I do want you, though. And I do want you. We are allowed to play. There aren't enough allies for me to really want this. I do think this card is good, though. I can't wait for you to cook with Burning Godzilla with Exterminate Mutants. Oh, no. You're telling me I get 2? I'm getting ahead of myself. Don't say the words Burning Godzilla because I want to build that guy. I think I now just need to look at attacks because I don't actually have... Hello, Rochester. I don't actually have enough here, right? Like, I'm down for all 4 of these. So I think I just need moves. And I think the answer is to play, like... To play things that, like, supplement this. Like, I think that this card is very good. This is a 10 mid for whatever with Gecko. Yeah, like, I don't think we need this. Hold on. That was a 5 diff. I think we have an issue with 5 diffs as I add Queen of Monsters in. Oh, wait. This is Spin a Momentum build Marco. Yo! Hold on. This is add a foundation for discard part of your card pool and draw a card. This is build Marco by spinning a momentum. That's really good. That's really good. Build it face down after it's blocked. I mean, this card's so crazy. That card's a good one. Stroke the Big Tree is good. It's a 5 diff though. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it for now. It's 5 diff. Let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. Oh. If I can find something that works with backups, I think that I will. Backups or even assets, honestly. Excuse me? Could this be for each asset in my stage? Mechazoids count? If there's an asset in my stage, draw a card. I mean, I could just do this one, right? Yeah, I think this is just one of the good ones. It just gets big. I'm still down for a Kokosho. You just do the thing I want you to do. If you've cleared... When this is cleared, discard a card. No, I don't care about this. There's a world where you come in as a one-of, and it's fine. Not sure I'm clearing much. We could take and do a build your own pony and do like 4 copies of this card's pretty cool. Do 4 copies of like what's it called? What do you matter? Do 4 copies of the 3 diff that commits to clear a card. If you block this card, you can ready 2 foundations or commit to cancel. The cards might be good enough now. Clear 1 other card from your card pool. Haymaker, we love Haymaker. We're gonna mill so many cards. I can't wait. Attack damage, deadlock at the top. I do think that this at a 2 of is not bad still, truthfully. This +2 speed on every move is like good. Attack does damage clear from your card pool. No. We don't need that. Besiege is a good one. If I can figure out how to give it 1 speed, it gets 3 damage. Just a 7 damage little fucker. We're cooking. We're cooking. We're cooking. Nezrite Flood. Cool 2 check. I already have a lightning rod deck. We're not going to make another one. Oh, hello. Okay. We refresh and let's look. I know we're playing air. Hunter's Ally be summoning Monster Swing. Queen of Monsters. You're a 4 of. Let's look at block sales real fast. So only of these. I want you to be a 4 of for my character to work. You can be a 2 of. This is fine. Invader's Creation is probably not good enough. Falco's attack is not good enough. Wild Style and Queen of the Monsters. Maybe Queen of the Monsters doesn't fit, and it is... Or sorry, maybe Queen of the Monsters stays and Wild Style leaves. I know it's crazy that we're doing the whole seal, that we talked about the whole seal thing, but I actually think that just the Exterminate Mutants Betraying Marco thing is just good enough. I know that's wild to say, that I cut what I cut, but I've cut what I cut. Which means it's possible that like B70 just doesn't even exist. Yeah, I'm getting rid of it. Let's go like double Kokosho. I'm gonna get rid of Monster Swing. It's very good, but it's fine. You become foundations or power tokens, which is cool. You are randomly very good. High speed dive at a 2 of question mark. Oh, we just play Moth. Moth at a 4 of. We don't need this shit. We don't need it. Animus Shot is allowed to be the 4 of. And then I don't need you. We're gonna put Animus Shot back down to a 2 of and then see how many we have. Only 30. Okay. I have too many mids. What do we get rid of? The answer is probably just Silk Rain. I bet Electric Moth is just better. Down to 26. From here we go get rid of all of the Besieges. You're a dope 3-diff, but I think that you're just like not better than what else we have. 22. Look at difficulties. Maybe Kokosho is worse than Besiege, but this is very funny to do on my rival's turn. I'm going to get rid of you and I'm going to put Besiege back. Because the other thing that Besiege does is it gives us like kind of free momentum on our turn. And I think that that's okay. Actually, Kokosho is broken because of Exterminate. Actually, it's a Kokosho angle to the point where like we might try and play 3. Because all the Mechazoids say your attack. And if I can like stun them 3 or 4 on their turn, it's like insane. Stun 4, 10 damage move is like nutso. Maybe it's a 3. Maybe it's a 2 of. I'm down for the 2 of. Okay. Let's look at actions, assets, backups. While Xena cards, your high attacks get speed and damage. I just don't think I care. Form, draw, no. No. Sure. Sure. Gets the damage for each of your rival's sealed foundations max 2. This one's just stupid. So we're gonna leave it. We're gonna keep it. No reason not to play a singular frog. After your attack is not blocked, it gets damage. After you add one more foundation from your hand to your from your hand to your hand from your stage, draw a card and discard a card. What is that? We're playing 4 of you. We're playing 8 of you. We need you to exist on the board. We're playing 2 of you. We're not doing the clearing card pool thing. We're playing Mechazoids. There's no reason not to play a singular hitch. Like imagine my hitch, my Mechazoids are now minus damage and plus damage as well. Holy. Weapon. Ranged. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. What was in your stage if you had mill 1, mill that many more? Okay. And then lose a stamina after you spend for a keyword ability. No. 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 Okay. Fair enough. This one's funny. I have too many actions and assets in my deck. We're just playing them all. Are you? You are a... This is a Jetburn card, right? Am I crazy? This isn't Girl Power, right? Right? Yeah, this is MHA6. Holy, I can't believe we lost Aries Smiles. Wild. This one is good. Probably the only one we need. Maybe this one at like a 2 of. Level cycled. 5 damage. If they've cycled, they discard a card. This card is very good. We each seal a card. Yeah, that's great. Blocking cards is dope. This says if you play your moves, you can use the future standard filter. Yeah, what is that? All standard retro spotlight Rochester Hero 2. What is future standard? Click the plus. Custom format future standard. Whoa. Whoa. I didn't know that existed. Thank you, Chad. That's so kind. If your character's committed, I hope that never happens to me. That would be abysmal. We would hate that. Yeah, none of this. Oh, this card's crazy. Get you here, make a thing high. I don't think I care about that. Goofing off. After an attack is played, change its damage to 4. No, 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 no. Yes? No. All right. This card's probably not great. We are crushing it. Man, this deck is going to be so bad. I cannot wait. If you remove a card from your hand. Hey, this one's going to be... I think Capture the Target is good in my deck. After this card is discarded. No, no, no. You're an ally. We want to play you. We do. There's got to be some allies. Can I click the ally button and see what we find? I mean, this card is good defense and is an ally, so we might be forced to play it. Stack 2 power tokens, clear a card. No, no. This card is crazy. There's no way I get power tokens though. I love Final Wars. I'm playing it in every deck that it possibly can. Add this card. Add this to your hand or to the top of your deck. After this card is removed, add a power token to your stage. That's kind of cool. This does trigger on all of my moves. Yep, yep. No, yep, no, yep, yep. All but 2 of them. They are 4 of, 2 of, so 6 of my moves. This is probably a 2 of and probably fine. If you see one or more rival foundations. After you play an ally card, I mean, it's kind of good. I don't think Whirling Ninjutsu is the right call. I think our character is already just better than Whirling Ninjutsu. I just don't think we need it. Attack with printed speed 5 or greater gets a damage. No. None of them. Go in loud. You know what's funny? This card says that my move has more printed speed than printed. More than printed. So all of my kamikazes are 2 mid for 5s. Isn't that cute? Add a 4 diff to my hand. Killing the old ways is pretty good. Commit X backup. This attack gets X speed and X damage. I love this in a backup centric deck. Dedicated Artisan. I think that card's just like a really cute one of. Your tech attack gets a speed. Yes, yes. This guy's actually kind of fire for what we're trying to do, right? It's just E commit. They all get a damage. So like, if we could just like do weapon Rodan, I'm actually gonna look and see what air, fire, void weapons look like, and it might be that like we just like play the single foundation to do this thing rather than like the big ass. Yo, wild. Yeah, just like giving all of these +1 so we can give them the +3 for the whole turn is kind of cool. Why are you a weapon? Just because you got an axe? I guess she's got a big sword. That's funny. I mean, this is a world where stuff like this is, like, kind of silly, right? It's got 13 damage moves sometimes. Yeah, there might be a world where, like, just, like, playing 4x of prowess is just the right answer, but we're betraying Marco. We're betraying Marco for sure. This attack gets 3 damage if you cycle this game. It gets 3 speed. Why this is a 4 check? Probably because this is a number 3. The number 3 is really big. Excuse me. Second Wielder. This is a great card. I love this card. It's like a one of. It's an ally card. Let's just do the thing we want to do. Aaron, sidestep. You shouldn't have. We also would get that in that world. Yeah, there's honestly a world where like just weapons is bad. Rodan doesn't have the hands to hold weapons. I mean, you got me there. You got my ass. Machos, we definitely want you. Okay. 3 diffs. Batra arrives. 3 of. Mandatory. I think having a 1 of you is important and good. I don't know how we remove cards. The answer is I don't think we do. As much as I want to. I don't think we do this either. 4 diffs. Cool, but no. 5 diffs. Cool, but no. Actually, ranged. No, it's fine. Okay. We have a deck. I think we're supposed to play 4 of you and 2 of you. That's all the 4 diffs we're playing. I think I get rid of you. I keep you. You're probably a 2 of because you find me betraying Marco. So I have 6 copies of that card in my deck. I can get rid of this and I can get rid of this. I need 4 of you. So that means I get to get rid of both of these. 1, 8, 2, 1. 12 backups is a lot of backups, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, let's talk difficulty. I guess I redo block zones, right? What do block zones look like now? Little mid heavy in my options, very low dependence. Let's just do those first. I think 1, this is freedom, is very cool. It turns all of my Mechazoids and it turns my Genghis Frog into an extra +1/+1, right? Because it's just a static +3. We just do 4 of these. And then let it rock. I think that's fine. If my rival is cycled, they won't. I'll kill them first. This is a bunch of extra damage. I'll get rid of extra supplies, even though it's fine. Mode of Normalcy. Radiant, we can get rid of. Treasure Hunting. You're a 3 of. I might get rid of you, because all of my Mechazoids are also allies. There's 2. We might just get rid of Clasp. Is only 2 of you. Promised Toast is so good. Gives +2 speed. You can discard a card. He gets +4 instead. This card is so good at killing people. Maybe it's just like a 2 of. Committing the card is a pretty high cost, and I might just get rid of Clasp and just like keep the Jen's parry. That's probably just good enough. 25, I guess, is fine. Means we got to get rid of some mids. Keep. You're all allies. Fists solve my problems. You get to leave. Soaring Skies gets to be like a 2 of. Final Wars Batra Divine Defender is a 3 of. How many cards is this? This is 81 cards. We have too many mid blocks. The mid blocks that we have come from our backups and our attacks. So we just have to get rid of them here. Which means things like Batra gets to leave. Divine Defender gets to drop down. Ruthless Guardian gets to leave. I think it means we have to get rid of Second Wielder. Again, I'm just making these cuts strictly based on block mods. 77. My goal is to cut now 7 cards. They got to be mids and highs. So I have to make the hard cuts. When it comes to highs, I have to have Betray Marco. It's the way that we're playing the game. But I can get rid of Promised Toast. I can get rid of Killing the Old Ways. I probably can get rid of Soaring in the Skies. I'm going to get rid of it. I think I have to keep everything else. Maybe Divine Defender can leave as well. Let's refresh and see. We're at 72. If I just get rid of Divine Defender, Divine Defender lets me pick up my Kokoshos. I'm going to get rid of Divine Defender. This is fine. Maybe Defender is better than Aaron's Sidestep. Maybe it is. I'm going to do this and go grab Defender back. It's a 1. Should be able to find you. Come back at a 2 of. Difference is its draw power on defense as a 1 diff versus a 2 diff. We're at 70. Can I cut 2 more cards? Just 2 more itty bitty cards. It could be Hitch. But I think using the Mechazoids as an extra block from stage is very solid. This is draw power, which is the thing that I need. I have to keep these. They're my only low blocks. It might be like 1 treasure hunting gets to drop down. Just make it a 3 of. And then I'm probably fine. 69 cards is probably fine to start and test. We've done it. We've made Rodian. I love it. I love it. I love it. We are there. Move deck. And now it's time to hide a choice. And it's time to spin the wheel. Hedera, Smog Monster. Create. Whoop. We come here. Character search. It is this one. Oh, you don't have the air symbol, huh? You don't have what difficulty, huh? What is happening? Hedera! Response, mill 1. After your attack deals damage, your rival loses X health. X equals the block modifier of the milled card. Response can be made after you take damage from an unblocked attack. Your rival has the top card of the deck to their card pool face down. This guy's so freaking annoying. Okay. Here. Okay. Are there any throws under these symbols that matter? 4 diff, 1 for 5. Pretty good. 6 diff, 8 damage throw with Deadlock Stun 3. Gets a speed, we don't care. Buster is pretty good. Bear Bite is pretty good. This would be under the death symbol. This would be under the earth symbol. If it's not blocked, your rival adds a random card from their hand to their card pool face down. Okay, it's also got a 3 block mod, which is pretty cool. After this attack deals 4 or more damage. Okay. Shoulder throw is very good. This is very funny. This is very funny. This is very funny. This is very good. What does, if we do this, what are we looking at now? You are under death? I mean, this one is just very good. You are under death. You are under death. I think it's a death angle. I think I'm here for it. Death water search. Looking for throws. Your next attack gets 2 speed. I don't care about this. You're a 6 diff. I do like you. I think you're very good at what we're doing. I like you. I like you. 6 diff 7 damage. This is a 6 diff 8 damage. Right? In tail trip. It's a 5 low for 8, which is very good. And this is a 5-4 mid for 7 with a 6 diff. Yeah, this is just like a worse version of that card. I do like Aura Slam. I do like Jaw Jammer. It's time to now look at the non-throw cards we have access to. Because I know this character has one of the absolute best cards in the game. In the form of Acidic Sludge. This card is stupid. After this attack deals damage, add a power token to your stage. It's a 6 mid for 4. Wild. Absolutely wild. After you remove a card from a card pool, add this card to your hand. I cannot wait to deck build with this card. Holy cow. Oh, the rares in this set are so freaking cool. This card's stupid. Yeah, this card's dumb. This card's one of the dumb ones. This card, I hate this card. This card, I hate this card. I think this card's stupid. This card's one of the not very fair, not very cool, it's a very dumb one. That one is a dumb one. It's very good. It's dumb and stupid. Why would we print 7 damage Besiege? Beats me, my man. Beats me. Oh, but Tam, it's a 2 check. I don't give a fuck. It's a 7 damage Besiege. It's wild. I think this card is still worth playing. After you take damage from an unblocked attack. Your rival discards a card. It's pretty cool. Pretty neato. It's okay that you checked, dude. You're telling me. You're telling me. You're telling me a shrimp fried this rice? You've removed a card. If this first enhanced attack is blocked, it still deals half damage rounded up. Yeah, seems good to me, man. Seems good to me. Seems good to me. BFE. And then I guess I have you in here. You're also not a bad card. Just like a decent all-rounder, huh? Well, like pretty decent okay card. This card gets accidentally big. I'll put it in here, but it's probably not gonna make the cut. And then you are a get out of jail free card. You're pretty good. I like you. I'm making classic death dot deck again. Oh Tam. Oh Tam, when will you learn? When will you learn? Okay, simple. I think it's like a triple bear bite angle. And then like a quad jaw jammer. And then I think, I mean, I don't love all of these moves so much, especially things like Aura Slam. Like, I don't think I need you, right? I get that you're a 3 block, it's fine. I do like close combat tackle because this card's just safe as a poke and is another 3-block, right? And it also blitz selectively commit an asset or backup. I think this card is good. I guess if it deals less than printed damage, draw a card. Ready Foundation has been readied. I guess you're probably decent enough too. But like, I don't think that the deck has to be exclusively throws. I do want 4 Hedrium Ray because this is a 10 damage. This is a 10 damage. Whatever. I think actually this is probably. Well, if I'm playing this one, I should just play the one that starts as 5 damage and lets me build cards, right? Let's go back to throw. If we're gonna play this 5 diff, we should. I don't think it's selective. Your rival commits 1. Oh, you're so right. Your rival commits 1. You're right. You're right. No. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. I'm bad. I'm bad. I suck. I suck. I stink. I'm an absolute dweeb. No, you're totally right. Acidic Sludge? Why aren't you being a 4 of in my deck right now? There's no way I get to keep all of this shit. We're at 28 cards. Easy peasy. This is fine. We are on death. Battle Aura. So interesting. So interesting. I know I don't need tray size. I know I don't. I'm gonna put Falling Heel Strike in my sideboard in case there's some stupid card that's like flip and do 100 damage. Aura Slam. I think Aura Slam, like, it's just like accidentally like a bunch of damage, and they just like won't block it. Yeah, we'll see. I'll get rid of True 100. I think actually I'm supposed to play Battle Aura release. I'm just supposed to play you. I'm just supposed to play Battle Aura. It says draw a card on it, and I think that's important. I don't have a ton of draw power, so I think I'm just supposed to. Unless we say fuck the draw power, and we play with the ones God gave us. Because this would put us down to 23. Maybe you become like a 2 of, and then we just get rid of you, and then there's none left. Because I think this card is very good. As just like the opener. Maybe Battle Aura is better than this card, though. Because this is spend momentum. I think Battle Aura might be better. This card has Deflect 4. I lied. This card is better. This card has Deflect 4. It has a 2-card combo to do things and stuff. Okay. We're back at it. Alright. Beep, beep, beep. Under the death symbol, we've got water, death, earth. Lovely. I do need backups. Am I crazy? Why are you not working? Oh, there are no throw backups, actions, assets, or foundations. Fun fact for everybody at home. This card is bad. It's a trap. Don't do it. Don't do it, ladies and gents. I'm going to text my girlfriend. Ray Fillet? Sure, let's make the throws hard to play. I'm in. I'm in. Why would I not be in? It is funny to mill it off the top and give it plus 0 damage, though. If you have 4 more face downs, it gets plus 4 damage. No. And no. Not quite. Your Fury attack gains powerful 3. No. Okay. Good enough. Mina likes it in Hero too. Yes, she does. Soup. Chomp. Decay Awaken. I do like a Flask. I think Flask is cute. I don't think I need things like plants. There's a world where I do this, though. Because of all the momentum we're getting, and there's no real momentum outs for this, I think just spend a momentum for plus 3 damage is probably good enough. Truthfully. I think this is a good enough card. And it, like, randomly, like, lets me draw cards, and It's probably decent. Remove each player as I need just foundations, please. Wait. In future standard there are 10 zero diffs to be played? That's wild. Why does this say during the enhanced step, huh? Why they gotta do that to me? Imagine that they burnt another one when they chose not to block. Or rather, after it deals damage. I think this card is good enough as well. If they've cycled, if I have a power token, if they've cycled, I don't get to play any of these. Gets -2 damage, you may remove a counter from a character. No. This card's committed. If your attack is not blocked, flip a rival foundation. It's kind of funny. Makes them want to block it. Play an ability that reduces the damage. No, absolutely not. Pick up a card is pretty good on block. This gets +1. If you sacrifice foundation this turn, it gets +3 instead. No. After your rival's attack deals damage to your character, they commit a foundation. I mean, that's cool, but no. Day for relaxing. After you take damage from an attack, ready this card. You a 4 diff? You're a 5 diff. This is so interesting. This card's probably decent, honestly. This card, after rotation, this card probably sees some amount of play. After attack deals damage, seal a rival foundation. I'm playing a throw deck. -2 if you completely block it. If your attack deals damage to a character, they lose 1 health. I think that's my lock breaker. After I sack a foundation, draw a card. I don't really do that. After this card enters your discard pile. After you sack a foundation, Battle for Dominance is a good card. We like that one. After your rival loses health due to an effect, ready this one. I bet I do that. I bet that one happens. After this foundation is destroyed, if you're in phase, draw a card. If you played 1 or more attacks this turn, discard a card. After attack is completely blocked, after the foundation is destroyed, draw a card. Look at the top card, you may discard it. I think that's it for 1 diffs. Surprisingly light. I don't make enough power tokens for this to matter, although the card is very good. You are a 4 mid block. Yes, please. I think this card is good enough as just the deflect 2. It's probably first on my cutting list, though, because it is a 4 mid block. The difference between 3 and 4 is like non-existent. Who cares, right? If you have 3 more cards in your cardboard, this attack gets +1/-1. Who cares? After you completely block an attack, your rival adds 1. So this is on block. This is on not block. Probably not worth it. After you play a kick card, it gains breaker 2. Any kicks in here? Nope. 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 Okay. I'm going to come here. That's a good one. Dude, I wish my last deck had the death symbol. That'd be sick. This card is flipped. This card is unflipped. Commit flip. Ready foundation has not been ready. It's combat phase. Tusk Tooth Crew. I think this one's good. It's deflect, but it's essentially +4 damage to your throw that they can't reduce. I mean, you're not wrong, but the difference between +3 and +4 is like so little, right? If your attack deals damage to a character, your rival loses 2 health. Now this is what we're talking about. Flip for +2, destroy for another +1, and then burn for an extra. This guy's gonna freaking schmelt people. After the card's destroyed. After your ranged or slam attack deals damage, your rival loses 1 health. No. 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 Yes. Yes. Probably not worth it, right? Kick of Fury does damage. This one's good. After rival clears a card from the card pool, add the top card of the deck face down. This one's good. We like this one. Deflect 3. This one's good. This one's good. This one's good. Flip foundation for +2 or -2. I'm not in love with that one. This one's good. Check a 4. If this attack deals damage, your next attack this turn gets +1. This card is decent. Especially because like these moves. Hold on. What are my stats at? 5 becomes 6. That's not very good. 5 becomes 6. Not very good. 4 becomes 5. That is good. 4 becomes 8. Becomes 9. That's good. 4 becomes 5. Becomes 6. Like on some of these, it's very good. On some of them, it's not. It's probably not worth it, honestly. Warped Pleasure. If your rival has 10 less health, I think this card is worth it for a little bit of control. Keiko's Aid is one of the good ones. I've got too many 2 diffs for having a 2-check in my deck. And that is fine. This card's broken. This card's broken. This card's very good as well. Out to lunch. Concern for Rocksteady. Punch, kick, slam gets a damage. Nope. Cheerful Teen. After a rival foundation is destroyed, draw a card. E-flip. Each player adds a top card of the deck to their card pool face down. Okay. Invincible Body is a 4 mid-block. Seems pretty decent to me. After your unblocked attack deals damage, they lose 2 health. E, remove this attack is 2 speed. Probably not. Probably not. Nah, probably not. Oh, wait. Any 4 diffs? Any 4 diff gamers? Spend momentum. Your rival loses 2 health. They can discard a card to cancel this. This card is good. Wish there was a way for me to play it. Okay. Let's get to cutting. I don't think we play Ray. I think this card does not matter. I'm down for the interdimensional planets. I think it's a good use of momentum. This is minus damage, which is very good in my I want to unblock a thing. Doothvar makes sense. Airship makes sense. I think all 4 of these are great. I think all 4 of these are dope. Botan's Clasp. Guardian Angel. Maybe we don't play Clasp. I probably don't need Clasp. Guardian Angel at a 2 of makes sense. Street Hero at a 2 of makes sense. Coming to Terms is my Lockbreaker. It's a 2 of. Battle for Dominance. It's a 2 of. Let's go to Block Zones actually. Weapons Clash. 4. It's a damage reduction deck. Also builds face downs for my Jawjammer. Warp Pleasure. I think I'm going to kick Warp Pleasure because I think things like Keiko's Aid and Fighting for Control are just better. Just inherently. And I think it is a double Keiko's triple warped angle. And I think I'm down for like double latent skill. Hopefully I never have to use it. Get rid of you. We've got you. Disarming Glance. I'm going to kill Disarming Glance. Who cares about it? I don't need split body control. This one's fine. Double Dark Ward makes sense to me. Botan's Invincible Body. 4 of. Probably the only 3 diff that I'm going to play. I'm probably going to kill the Dumbfounded. I know that's scary. And I'm also going to be killing the Endurance. Also scary. Recombining Body, you are a 2 diff. You're a 2 diff, I'm going to get rid of you. If you were a 1 diff, I would keep you. I'm going to get rid of you. Ready to Go is a 1 diff. We're going to keep it. We have to have 1 diffs. You get to be a 2 diff. Final Wars is a 2 diff. Let's look at our difficulties. Not a ton of 1 diffs. We might just like increase the number of like Battle for Dominance coming to terms. Like just increase these all by 1. And lower our 2 difficulties a bit. Strictly because I think that it is important to have low difficulty cards. And like, hold on, let's look at block zones. It needs to be mids and highs. My low blocks are non-existent. So maybe you become a 4 of, you become a 4 of. Because I do think this card is very good for what I'm trying to do. And then high blocks, mid blocks. I can get rid of Keiko's because I think you're significantly worse. But I don't think I get rid of anybody else. And then mids. It could be like triple invincible body. And then I think I'm down to get rid of this out of here. I don't need to look at you. I can get rid of you. I can get rid of you. And then be good at 64. This is fine. First hand. This is a great looking hand. It's a little risky. It could be a potential build 2, but it's fine. Weapons Clash makes it a build 3, guaranteed. So on a 2, on a 2, on a 3, on a 5. Because we want to keep the Dark Ward. That one's very good. And then we've got like a deflect 4 in case we're going second. Yeah, this looks fine. Good looking deck. Okay. It's now time to spin the wheel. I'll be right back. I'll be back. Godzilla, Titan of Terror. We're building another ally, a Hunter's Ally deck? You know it. Godzilla, Titan of Terror. New deck. Great. Get rid of foundations. Take all of these off. Why aren't you working? Godzilla, Titan of Terror. If you play a card with printed difficulty 5 or greater, add a power token to your stage. If it's the second time or greater you play this ability, commit this card. This guy is insane. This guy is nuts. Once per turn, play a card with printed difficulty 5 difficulty. From your discard pile, no check necessary. Insane. Okay, Earth, Water, Fire, attack. We're looking at, is it exactly 5 difficulty? With printed 5 difficulty. That one's pretty good. After you play a keyword ability, draw a card. So I'm thinking it's probably Earth. Card's pretty good. So I'm thinking it's Earth because of Hunter's Ally. This card also is just like stupid. Under Earth. You're under Earth. Are you ranged? You're ranged. You're ranged. Oh. It's just a ranged deck? Just play a one of you. Huh. Huh. Okay, it is an earth ranged deck. We're gonna go earth, water, fire attacks. Let's get it. You are very good. You are very good. This guy wears power tokens like it's nobody's business. You're pretty good at building in a random foundation. Probably gonna end up being a one of. After an attack is played, unflip a card in your card pool. I don't know how we do that, but it's fine. You are very good. It should not be showing us this. Oh, just kidding. I need it to look like this. This card is good at fixing hands. This card is good at turning boards sideways. Discard a momentum, unflip 2 foundations. I think that this is a fine card to also play. This card also, like, just having this card be free as like a one of is like not bad. Let's look at our Titan of Terror deck. Block zones. Interesting. Let's look at high blocks. They are bad. So it might be... Okay. I apologize. I was also supposed to click this button. I am sorry. Yeah, that's what I thought. It could just be 4 haymakers? Because this card's not terrible. Yeah, I think it is just 4 haymakers. Refresh block zone. This card is just unfair and mills us more cards. You are a 4 of because you're insane. You are a 3 of. You're just a 1 of. I kind of just want a better card. Maybe we do just look for a high block. I wonder what... it needs to not have Titan in it either. Does anybody remember the block zone of... Oh, you're broken. And our character... If this is the second time or greater you play this ability. Okay, it's not the same as whatever. This is a high block. Seems pretty damn good. Probably like a 2 of, and I don't know if we need Fallen Angel's Revenge. This card's probably not making the list. Channel Energy out of 1 of is very, very crazy though. They just like run out of cards in their hand. We just like clear them all and like pump a bunch of damage. Stupid. I don't need you. I think you as a 1 of is fine. I don't need you. I do want you. I do want you as a 1 of, and I want you as a 1 of. How many attacks is this? 21 attacks? Looks perfect to me. Earth. And then we have play 1 card with printed 5 difficulty. Before we do anything, let's just look and see what 5 diffs we have. Difficulty 5. Oh. It is Unbelievable Power, Emerge from the Depths. I think this card is good. It's probably a one of. You're a one of. You're a one of. What are you? Add a power token to your stage, draw a card. Probably not worth it when you got shit like this. Yeah. From here, let's just add foundation and see what we get. The answer is manipulations, which is the reason we were playing the deck. Add a card from discard pile to your hand. No. Start your combat phase, add a power token, your next check is +2. I think this is at a one of is fine, honestly. Like, this is +3 damage on a Armor of the Wolf. I think that's fine. Get rid of foundations. Let's just look at these. Is there ever a world where we have Ray in our deck? I mean, this is the best backup in this set, and the fact that we get both water and fire, water, fire, and earth to build it is stupid. So I think there's no reason not to play it. And we're gonna find them so fast because of the milling of the cards. The fact that we get to play those out of the discard pile is so crazy. One rampage is fine. I don't think we need referee jury. I think I'm chill. There's a world where we could play one so that we could take and play Emerge from the Depths, add referee jury to my hand, and then continue. But like my normal play pattern, I think, is gonna be like play a bunch of foundations, form Godzilla, form Titan of Terror, emerge for free, pick up whatever I need to defend myself with. But I think that this is probably just like a fine enough hand as well. Let's look at difficulties. We want to build well. I think that very much matters to us. So I need to have some number of this. And this is probably fine. Commit a power token, draw a card. Yeah, we're gonna have plenty of these. Flip, add a power token to your stage. I don't care. If I completely block a move, I think this card is very good. It's good spam. After they block an attack, flip it. This is great. This is great. When you try to block with this card, that's great. -2 speed if you fail a check to block your rival commits foundation. That's kind of funny. My fist solve my problems, for sure. Guardian Angel makes sense. Street Hero makes sense. Mill a card if you mill the Titan card this way. I don't think so. Number 10 Pro, not allowed to play it actually. With this card being rotated, or with this set rotating in, I'm not allowed to play that one. I know, I'm bummed too. After you ready this card, you have the combat phase, discard a card and draw a card. I'm not allowed to do that. I don't think I'm supposed to do this. I think that I'm gonna have enough targets. I'll be fine. Capture the target is great in our deck. We're gonna play a bunch of 5 diffs. Ferocious attacker, monster aggression. Let's break some shit and then keep rocking. Turn attack to its printed. Great buckler, Mother's Embrace. We're not. I guess we do clear cards, but we can't play attacks afterwards. 2. Reduces attacks damage to 1. This is the best one, and we get to make cards or power tokens all the time. I think this is the reason to play this guy. It's so good. I like Final Wars. I don't know if it'll end up in this finals cut because of... Actually, I'm going to just go ahead and cut it. I think it's going to get cut because we just already hit them hard enough. This says draw a card. Commit to draw a card. And then deadlock, kill them dead. Each player adds a card from the discard pile to their card pool. What matters here? Nothing? Nothing matters. Hard-headed, slow but strong. Yeah, none of this. Killing the old ways as a first form. Moment of normalcy makes sense to me. I do need to go back and look at how many allies we have to make sure that it is worth playing the Hunter's Ally idea, because if we're not playing Hunter's Ally, we might swap to something else genuinely. But we should just go back and double check. I think this card is worth it. Split body control is one of the good ones. Weapons clash, that's one of the good ones. Add a slam attack from your discard pile to your momentum. It's just this guy. You're an ally. You matter. Yeah, let's look at 3 diffs and then we'll go back and check allies. Add a deflect card to your hand. You have deflect 2, but my character kind of already just does this. Your attack with printed difficulty 5 or greater gets +1 speed. Are you worth it? I think you're not better than Dumbfounded. Dumbfounded, I think, is just the answer. Concern for Rocksteady is also very good. Spend a momentum, re-ready it, and my 5 diff deck is very strong. I think Histories is not bad. It might get cut, though. Strategic Meeting being an ally is my #1 contender. Power of Love, maybe. Let's look at 4 diffs, and we'll double check 5 diffs one last time. Let's double check 5 diffs, see if what matters. Like, there's a world where I'm supposed to play this at a 4 of just so I can see it. You know, we'll start there and we'll see if we oversee it. Okay. There are no 6s. There is a 6. Add a Titan card from your card pool to your hand. No. Okay. Let's just click Ally Foundations and see what we missed. It starts with Ocean Buddies. Wowzers. There's not a ton here. I guess it's this one, and that's kind of it, huh? Add a stun attack. Tusk Tooth. I mean, it might just be 4 Tusk Tooth. That's what we get away with. Okay. Yeah. Commit a power token, draw a card. I think this is probably pretty good. And then I don't need the brush off. Analytical is very good. It's like a 2 of. Armorclad Faith is just going to be a 4 of. I think that one's very good. This is a sideboard at best. You being 2 of in the main board makes sense. 2 of Guardian Angel might leave. 4 of. You are my lock breaker. Fearsome being in the deck at a 4 of because Strategic Meeting is going to be in the deck at a 4 of makes sense to me. Natural Cover gets to be like a 3 of. I think this card's stupid. Biolante. Tusk Tooth is going to be a 4 of. It's an ally. You get to be a 4 of. I'm going to kill Split Body. It probably deserves to be in there, but I just like want to have faster builds. Dominance is probably a sideboard card. Dumbfounded is a 3 of because of how the card works. I'm going to get rid of Concerned. I'm going to get rid of her Histories. I keep you because you're spam. We are at 89 cards with a good spread, honestly. Good spread, honestly. There's a world where second... Well, hold on. As soon as I find one Rampage, if I just draw a slew of attacks, I just start with Titan of Terror, Terror's form, play the Rampage, and then I'm off the races. Like, I don't think this card is that good. I'm going to try this one because I don't know if I'm supposed to play it, but this card is probably on my cutting list. It's a lot of highs. Alright, Guardian Angel is going to leave. Tusk Tooth Crew is going to go down to a 3 of. Maybe a 2 of. 28. It'll be a 2 of. And then Armor Clad gets to be a 2 of as well. 25 is fine. Let's look at our mids. Let's get rid of you. You get to be a 3 of. I know you're very good, but I've got other 5 diffs to play. Defiant Roar, I think, can leave. I don't think I need you because I have access to you. And you're just like a better idea. Dumbfounded gets to be a 2 of. We are playing a 3 check, or a 2 check. And so as good as that card is, it is a... it can be a problem. Maybe it does just get to leave. I mean, you just get to exist in the board. That's fine. Maybe we just make you leave. $26 low blocks. We got to cut some amount of lows. Natural cover can be a 2 of. I don't want to actually spend my counters that way. So minus 4 potential damage. Although it's so easy to get those counters. Ugh, it's tough. It's tough. Maybe Emerge from the Death just isn't good enough. 69 cards. If I get one more card, I think I feel fine. Make it a high block. Make it all even. I can't cut a high block and keep Unyielding Force. That's the high block we would cut. And I do think this card is worth it in the deck. This card just like saves up so much potential stats that I am supposed to save it. So it's not a high block, which means it has to be a mid block. Got very little mids here. All over here. It needs to not be a mid block. It's got to be a low block. Maybe it's just the Unyielding Force, but it's a 5 diff. The whole point is for me to play cool 5 diff stuff. Tough. Tough, tough, tough. Maybe I leave it at 69. First hand? This hand is awful. Excuse me? Play, play, play. They review, play, build. Or even review, play, build. But it's not bad. Okay. What momentum outs do I have? I got Queen, which is a good momentum out. And then Euro momentum out. Yeah, I gotta do a little looking on this Godzilla list, but I think it's close to where I would want it. Zilla Standard. And then Hide Choice. How many have we made tonight? It's gotta be close to a good number. We have made 1, 2, 3. I got one more in me, I think. Depends on what it is. It is Batra again. It's either that or I skip the wheel and I just make Mechagodzilla. Because I think Batra's just going to look similar to what Rodan might look like. No, I guess not. How do these already have so many looks? Wild. Batra. I guess we can look and see what Batra's got going on, but I'm nervous that I just won't like this guy again. Attack gets 2/2. Commit a foundation. After attack does damage, ready this card. Batra save. Batra is pretty cool. I just like don't want to be pigeonholed to play him on the air symbol, which I feel like I have to do. Air foundation 2 diff. I feel like if Batra doesn't have access to Defiant Stance, he's like not a character. This card is just so important for his response. It's so important. Your attack gets 2/2, tap a thing. I think I'm just supposed to play Defiant Stance Batra. I think it's just an air angle. I think that's just correct. I think that's just correct. Forceful Negotiator is my go-to. What does Forceful say? If this card is committed to pay a cost, your rival commits a foundation. Interesting. I'm allowed to still do this on air. I'm allowed to still do this on air. Maybe it's like a 4-2 split. Alright, let's give it a shot. Character, and I do want this to be future standard. Batra. E commit for 2/2. E commit for -2, -2, -2 speed, and your rival commits a foundation. E commit a foundation. After attack deals damage, ready this card and selectively seal one rival foundation. Okay. Air, Order, Void. Let's look at attacks first. Oh, not characters. Attacks. Your attack, repelling force. Oh, excuse me. I think this card is good. Probably a 4 of, truthfully. Queen of Moths. This card being a 6-eye for 9 is fucked. Character's committed, add a power token. We don't care about that. Silk Rain. We probably don't care about this one either. It's a 5 mid for 6. 5 mid for 6. Maybe if this works. We don't have to go simple to pick this guy up, which is a big deal. Heat Tackle as just like a 1, maybe a 2 of is good enough. Ride the Lightning is probably good enough. Stunning them out on their turn is very real. So Ride the Lightning, like drawing a bonus cards, is probably good. Superfly's Swift Dive is a good ass card. 8 high for 7. If it hits you, you get to seal a different card. I bet this card's kind of wild in a 7-hander. 7-hander that gives stats? I bet this card's actually kind of crazy. And we're playing the air symbol, so we got the recheck as our 0 diff. I don't hate it. Or how about discards a card, seal a momentum? This card is also very good. But I like the Superfly dive. You are insane, right? If my attack deals damage, you're an 8/8. This card's nuts. This card's buck wild. There's like not a lot to let me hit you. Thunder Spear Barrage. Interesting. Thunder Spear Barrage is a way to kill people. Rival discards a card that can flip 2 to cancel this. Don't think I care about that. Goblin Bolt is a good one. Hey, you know what else is a good card? Hunter's Ally. Hunter's Ally is a good card. Hunter's Ally is a damn good card. What ally attacks do we have under our symbols? Wild Style? Pristine Swordplay, Beast Summoning? That's probably not. Are these really the only ones? That sucks. That sucks. Fine, deck. I didn't want to do that anyways. Under this symbol combination, we get Carnival Barker. And that card is messed up. That card's one of the broken ones. You're on page 3, apparently. Excuse me. This thing getting 2/2 is insane. We're looking. Levi's Rampage is kind of funny. Signal Shot is kind of funny. Fajin, we don't get enough speed. It's the only card in your rival's card pool. Your rival adds one foundation from their stage to their hand. This deck is damage for each card in your rival's hand. I think that this combined with this is just a beating. This plus this is just insane. Like going positional advantage into Superfly's Swift Dive is just like a fucked up thing to do to somebody, especially when you're committing foundations on their turn. It's just wild. And the fact that the positional advantage becomes a 9 mid for 8. That gets at least an extra damage. This is a 9 mid for 9 6 stiff that debuilt them one. It's very good. It's either that or play this. But I like positional advantage better, I think. Big shout out to Keenan Meadows for beating my ass with Ashley on this. Moth? Why would we not? This lets us ready our character without doing the thing. Invisible Infiltration is interesting. Wind Barrier. If the attack speed is 5 or greater, it gets +2 damage. This is a 3 difficulty, 5 mid for 7. That says that blocking is abysmally easy. Yeah, we should play Wind Barrier in our deck, I think. And we should play some number of Walk the Dog, I believe. Probably not playing Beast Summoning. Okay. If this receives a speed or damage bonus, commit and freeze the rival non-character card. I think our goal is to just ruin their stage. I want you. I don't care about you. I don't even think I care about you. I want 4 of you because you're mean. I want 4 of you because you're mean. Like, taking positional advantage and, like, playing it first and then going focus prism beam afterwards is, like, mean. It's just a mean thing to do. We're playing 4 of you because of how my character works. It says you're not allowed to let me hit you. I don't need this guy. I don't need this guy. My low blocks are here. That means I don't need this. And I don't need this. I think building in foundations is way better. Wind barrier at a 2 of? Maybe more. Moth at a 4 of? I don't need Hunter's Ally. I don't need Goblin Bolt. I don't need Invisible. I think this is still too many cards. By 4... I have 4 too many. So I could take Swift Dive and drop it down by 1. I could take Queen of the Monsters and drop it down by 1. I could take Positional Advantage and drop it down by 1. This is probably incorrect. If the goal is Positional Advantage Superflies, then let's do this. Let's put you back. Let's put you back. I take Moth down by... Or we just take Barrier Shield, Wind Barrier out altogether. And then I think... Maybe it's you down? 21? Or we put you back to 3? 22? 22 is fine. It's a little attack heavy, but it's fine. Just means we get to play more whatevers. You matter. You're very good. But again, we gotta be careful on 3 diffs. I guess I don't get to play Gecko because I'm not playing the ally package. I think the -2 is probably just good enough. I do want to play a singular drive parry, though. I believe that that's a card that I'm allowed to play. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck, add them back in any order. You are very good. You are consistent building as a 2 diff. You count as a foundation, and you count as a card they have to attack. No strategics, no raise walls. Yeah, I think that's it. Not a ton of defense there. But let's look at it. The first thing we need is 4 life in danger. Or 0 diffs or not 0 diffs. And I do think that I need 4 clasp, because I think my goal is to partial block a lot. And then there might even be a world where like double gem parries make sense. Because I want to block. I want to block a bunch. One second, guys. Okay, I'm back. This card is important, I think. This card says flip, seal the best thing on your stage, and give my Wingnut Sabotage more damage, which is very good. If my character's committed, this deck gets +2 or -2 speed. Seems really important. This is stage control, which is really mean. Weapon at the ready, distracting gas. Treasure hunting is pretty good. We love this. It's just more stage control. Did I put a... I didn't even put a spaceship in this deck. What a baddie. I'm gonna go do that real fast without losing my spot. You're a one of. I gotta have an airship. I'm Batra. Of course I have an airship. Second foundation, he gets -1 speed. I think that you are good. Mechazilla, Godzilla vs Mechazilla plus dry parries. Yeah. That is the goal. I don't know if it has my symbols though. Shobijins. It doesn't. Ah. But Crimson Sparrow does. I don't care about that card. It's like a 2-diff, right? We can maybe get away with it as a 1-diff. Mother's Embrace. Draw a card. After rival foundation is committed due to your effect, ready this card. Your rival commits to foundation. Yeah, I would love to play acrobatic style. The card seems insane in my deck. Yeah, Crimson Spirit being a 2-diff is going to be a tough sell. Cybernetic weaponry. I don't make power tokens. Those are for squares. Final Wars. Do I need damage? I don't think I need damage. I think I'm just trying to be an asshole. And I have to take licks to ready my character? So probably not. Reveal the top card of your deck. Gets damage equal to the difficulty of the revealed card. Interesting. Add this card to your hand or the top of your deck. What if this card is removed? No. Your air attack. Ranged or spell gets 2 or 2. Stunt specialist. Here. Carnival Barker. Dude, I wish. That card's so broken in a character like this. I'm not playing Infiltration, right? Okay. Did I miss a card? No, I guess not. I'm on the air, not good. Good simple, there's way more. This card is dope. Because this card has powerful randomly. This card is powerful randomly. Pardon me. Sorry. Big sneeze. Woof. IDK, how on Errol you are? Not on this particular list, but I do think the card is good. This one's good. Did I miss the card that you were talking about? Because these are all AOT 1 cards, right? I must have. We'll go back for it. Ranged or weapon? Yes. Yes. No. No. Yes. Yes. We can toss one of these in here. I think that's fine. I'm going to be committing foundations. So pressure by all for one just to break them and, like, win the game, you know? 4. You're the most important card of my deck. I don't think I need latent skill. And I don't even think I'm going to look at the 3 diffs. I know there's a world where, like, Batra Arrives is, like, really important. But I guess we'll look at him. Batra Arrives is crazy. My big thing is this card puts Batra Arrives in your hand. It's like a 1 card out to it. Man, maybe you are worth it. Second Foundation to ready it is very good. This is also very good. Huh. Maybe you're actually worth it. Because this is just like, this is also just unbelievably free. After my attack deals damage, commit Levi's Relentless Spirit for Batra to ready Batra, respond Relentless Spirit, ready Relentless Spirit. Like, this card is actually insane. This card being a 2 of is probably plenty. And then also Deadlock Enhance my moves get 1/1, which is just like nutso. Because I think the number one way that this guy dies is by being tapped out on his own turn. Alright. Stats. Yeah, you being a 2 of is fine. I don't think I need you at all. I got so many 0 diffs. I actually think I'm chill. 4, 2, 1, 4, 2, 2. Wrathful Spirit is like a 3 of. Because it's +2 or -2 speed. It's probably better than this. Because it's a 1 diff and I'm playing a 2 check. Masha's at a 1 of, Life and Danger's a 4 of, you're a 1 of, 1 of, 2 of, 2 of, 3 of, Defined Defender, 4 of. This card's insane. I have too many cards in my deck. 71. 71's a lot. And I want 4 Fearsomes. I can get rid of you. And then what does that put me at? 73. It's got to be high blocks. A lot of high blocks. I don't like this card, but I'm playing a stage control deck. What the hell am I supposed to do? I think treasure hunting is better than fearsome. Class membership, Defiant, Aaron's. Okay, this is now 69. I can cut 1 card and feel good. What's the 1 card we cut? Not allowed to be a low block. Not allowed to be a low block. It could be Mashos. It could be 2 of these and 3 of these and probably be fine. First hand. Yeah, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 4, 5. This is great. And then focus Prism Beams. Yeah. And then redraw. Yeah, this is great. This is great. We can at least give enough to give it a shot. I dig it. We talk about a day and then 3 at night. Oh, don't get it twisted. I think that card is really really neat. I just think that stream dead. Oh, did my stream die? Is God telling me to go to bed? This says excellent. Oh, I had a spike. I'm good. I just had a spike. It's chill. But I think it is gonna be time for me to bounce though. I think I'm chill. I made a bunch of cool decks. I think I'm down. With that, thank you all for hanging out. I do greatly appreciate it. It was fun to hang out with you guys. Oh, hello, Delta Red. But yeah, we're gonna get out of here. Come back tomorrow with some more deck building. And then do a Worlds recap with final round as a good show off. But with that.